Yeah, man, I think we chop it up, do something, man. Talk about some new shit.
Yes, a big week coming up. Big week coming up for a lot of albums, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
You
hot
know,
week. It's gonna be
oh
a
yeah,
hot weekend, man. People gonna be outside trying to bump that music.
sure, for sure.
Yeah,
You know, you got the Nas joint coming. Everybody talking about that. The Locks joint,
Locks Joint, yeah.
um, the Flea Lord,
Lee
Prince.
Lord and 38 Special,
Yeah, Story Special, right?
that collabo.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
crazy,
be crazy. Yeah,
crazy.
man. I just saw Nas on what's it called? 97.7. What's it? What's Ebro? Ebro
Right.
97, whatever.
Oh, High 97.
Hot 97, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was talking about the album.
Uh-huh.
So and he basically was saying, man, it's gonna be dope, man. No, a lot of people, criticizing, who's on it. They're like, oh,
Right.
Little Durk's on it, or the other people that were on it. Um, a lot of people, going ups and downs with it. They're like, yo, is it gonna be dope? Is it gonna be a
Saying
classic?
what else?
Everybody wants it to be Illmatic
Right.
or it was written, but you can't keep chasing that high. That high's over. You know what I
I don't,
mean?
I
You
don't,
gotta,
I don't want him to. I don't want him to chase it because we know that he has more than one classic. I just feel like I want him to give us a solid album. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like
me too.
Nasir, the Nasir album was disappointing. I love Kanye, but I didn't feel like Kanye should have gave him a whole album. Like I just feel like give Kanye, let Kanye produce like one or two tracks, not the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel like that was better for Pusha T than Nas, but that's just my opinion. Um, Life is Good. A lot of people like that.
Hmm.
From what I remember, there was a couple songs that I liked. I didn't think it was great like his other albums. You know, the ones before that were bad. Godson to me was like the last great Nas album that I enjoyed. I felt like it
Yeah,
is
that's dope.
yeah, I think it is an underrated album. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't celebrate that, but he chooses to celebrate Illmatic every year, and I don't understand that.
That's funny because like that you say that because when I was listening to him there, they was asking, "Oh, what's your top
Right.
albums?" They was asking that question, and he
Right.
was like, he says he really don't got a favorite, but he said if he had to, he did say Illmatic, but then he
Right.
said, but before that, he said, Illmatic, Stillmatic. He said it was written.
Mhm.
What's the other one? The good was a Good Life.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Life is
then he
Good.
mentioned what other album he mentioned? Oh man, what's
It
that?
was written.
Hmm?
It was written.
No, he mentioned that. He
I
mentioned that.
am.
That was like I am. He like I
Yeah,
am too. That's the one I
I
was
love
like.
that.
I was surprised that he said that one because I didn't see him. It seemed like when he had that one out, he didn't really promote it that much.
But you see, that's because of the whole the bootleg tracks and all that. I always thought I Am was a
Yeah,
solid album, right?
yeah. I hated
But
that.
a lot of people overlook that one. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying? I'm like, yo, I Am is a near classic, if not classic, for me. You
yep,
know, and he put out lost tapes with the unreleased songs, but
yep.
um, I just want to hear a solid dance album with no gimmicks. We ain't got to do this one producer thing. Next year,
Yeah,
I heard already he's talking about doing a whole album with RZA for next year. I'm like, come on, man. RZA done fell off like a long time ago.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Well, yeah. I mean,
if it was
well,
RZA from the '90s, if it was RZA from the '90s, I'll be
yeah.
like, hell yes. I will say this though. When Lost Tapes 2 came out, the
Mhm.
best tracks to me was the RZA one, like the Tanasia. I like that one, and
Yeah.
there was another RZA joint that I liked, but um, I don't want to hear a whole RZA album with Nas at this point. I just feel like RZA fell off a long time ago.
What about if he did one with Primo? You think it's too late?
I want that. Even with that, it's like see for Primo, I think Primo still got like
Like,
joints in the
he's still
vault.
happy. Like he's still hungry. He's still
Right.
making good beats. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Primo's
I
so
still
yeah.
think he
Primo's
have
dope.
joints in the vault that he probably like stored away, like just in case, like yo, Nas, if I ever get that call in the bathroom from Nas, I
Yeah,
got these joints for him. So even that, I would definitely want to hear that. And I said one with Alchemist or one with Pete Rock. Pete Rock still dropping heat. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? He
Pete Rock's
just
dope.
dropped
Yeah,
a
yeah,
fire album with Flea Lord. Like if anybody missed it, that shit is fire.
yeah.
Um,
They got to check for that. I did a review on it. Oh
yes,
yeah,
I love your
hell
review for
yeah.
that.
That's dope.
Even Derringer, I don't know if Derringer would work with him, but even a Derringer Nas album, I would. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Static Selector maybe, but I don't want to hear like RZA. RZA already passed his prime now. Like,
It do sound. You know what it is? It's they probably always dreamed to get together and they just never did. So I think
right,
it's on their wish list. So if it comes, it's probably gonna come out. If it comes out, we gotta welcome it and see what happens.
Right,
true. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I see where you're going because you're the typical Nas is coming out. Is it gonna be good or bad person? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do that. Yeah. Sometimes I do it too, but I be at the end of the day, I be like, yo, he's elevating. He's elevating his mind. I don't know where he's at. Headspace.
Like, you know that what J. Cole said, Nas let us down so many times, yo. Like, it's not like one time he did. It's like I can see if you did it with Nostradamus or you did it with Hip Hop Is Dead, but he's done it repeatedly. So it's like at this point, it's like, and then I look at the track list and I'm like, Little Durk, are you for real, Nas? Little Durk, like the only track I'm excited for right now is the Firm Reunion. That needs to happen. Yeah. That needs to happen, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
You told the story on Evo. He was saying something like he was talking about how it happened first, and it was just supposed to just be him and AZ. He wanted to collab with AZ only because he wasn't even thinking about them two. And I guess his producer, somebody was saying, "Yo, won't you call Comega and Foxy?" He was like, "What?"
Well, Foxy,
like, "All right."
She wasn't she like deaf in one ear or something like that?
Yeah, but she's still rhyming.
She's still rhyming.
Yeah, because she can still hear, like, she can still hear. She can still, you know what I mean?
Right. She had a baby too.
She read tones as I don't know.
Okay.
I heard something like that. That she still can, flow and rap and stuff like that. So no, I said she's gonna be dope on this track. He described who's gonna be. He was like AZ came hard on it, and then he was like Comega's like teaching some knowledge type of stuff on his verse. He said Foxy came and just told us what's up, like told us, yo, I'm back, like that type of shit. I'm like, oh,
that's great. That's great. Yeah, that needs to happen, definitely.
Are you gonna go straight to that cut, or are you gonna listen to the album?
I'm gonna listen. I'm an album cat. I'm gonna listen to the album. But I'm looking at the track list and I'm like, Little Durk, no, that needs to be scrapped.
Was that the bonus?
Oh, that's the bonus joint is.
It wasn't a bonus one.
That's part of the album. That's part of the album. That's part of the album.
Oh, that's part of the album.
Yeah, that's part of the album. That's not a bonus joint.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? That's part of the album. The joints with Anderson .Paak. I love Anderson .Paak. Great artist. I want to hear that collab.
Yeah, I want to hear that too. Yep.
Uncle Charlie from Charlie Wilson from the Gap Band.
Charlie Wilson, that's gonna be dope.
Artist, yeah, that's gonna be fire. The Firm joint. Those three I'm excited for. The other joints I want to hear because he got like 5 solo joints on his own. And Nas, he's not like a dude that he don't have an album where it's like a bunch of collabs. He does stuff on his own. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just hoping that it's a good album. I'm not getting my hopes up because he's let us down in the past. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, yo, he's let us down.
I got the joints up right here. But I just put him up like so I can look at him. But like I'm excited about the Charlie Wilson one too. I mean, he has disappointed us in the past. And every time I think about Nas, it's funny because I always gotta think about Jay-Z and how he be throwing out albums or singles like when Nas drops. Like Nas can't have his own day to drop. Right. And, but Jay-Z be like messing with him, I think. I don't know. You think they cool for real?
Yeah, I think they passed.
He signed with him, or you think they playing around? They playing around with us?
I think they passed that. They were. It was heated. It was good. Listen, battling in hip hop is always good. That's always a good thing. People act like that's bad. It's only bad when it trickles over into the streets. But it's always good to have the big names battle each other. That's what we want. That's why versus is so popular now.
True.
You know what I mean? But they're past that. They already grown with families and all that. So
no, because the streets, everybody's talking. Every time Nas is gonna drop, Jay-Z drops something. You know what I'm saying? Like
he ain't dropping nothing. As far as we know, he ain't dropping nothing.
No, he's dropping a single, but it's a single from what's the dude, this producer the man, what's his name? Pharrell. Pharrell's dropping a single with Jay. Pharrell's dropping a single tomorrow.
With Jay-Z?
Tonight. But it's Jay-Z. It's Jay-Z on it only.
Wow.
So people are like, oh man, Jay-Z just keep messing with Nas. Cause like when he dropped when he dropped the album with Kanye. Remember the album with Kanye?
Yeah, Watch the Throne.
Yeah, and then the next day, Jay-Z and Beyonce put out that album.
Was it Everything Is Love or something like that?
Yeah, whatever the collab album.
I heard it. I didn't really care for that album. Yeah.
But they dropped it right after that. I was like, oh man, they crazy, man.
I didn't know that. So Pharrell dropping the album or no?
I guess, but he just dropping a single tonight.
I didn't even hear about it.
With Jay-Z on it, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
I don't
on. It's
think that's going to
everywhere
get
online.
more. I don't think people are going to be checking for that over the Nas album though. Like people, they
I
ready
would
for
hope
this.
not. I would hope not. I would
That
hope not.
Pharrell done work with like Jay-Z like many times before, like on his other albums.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
if Jay-Z wanted to be petty, you know, he got title, and he could just
right?
like he could have his stuff flashing on the front, but then you gotta find Nas's album. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
can do something stupid like that, like
That's
and people
crazy.
frustrated, like, yo, where's Nas album? Looking up the, you know, going straight, you know, on title. Like, he could do that if he wanted, right? If he wanted to, right?
Yeah, of
He could
course.
do the algorithm or whatever how it does, you know.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'm excited about it still, man. I like. Let me what I'm excited about on this album. I like. I want to hit this. Hit the Charlie Wilson joint. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Anderson .Paak one. Oh, that's gonna be dope. Of course,
Mm.
the firm one. And you know, I just want to hear him solo too. All the solo joints I'm excited about. So I'm
Right.
excited.
And what about there was somebody says that he was working with Dre. Is Dre going to be on this album?
Dre or Drake?
Dre, Dr. Dre.
Not that I know of, unless it's some surprise thing.
Because he took a picture with Dre in the studio, so you know.
Yeah, he did. He did. But I don't know, man. I didn't hear nothing like that. But that'd be a surprise.
Maybe Harlem said Jay-Z stole her from the. Yes, definitely. Nas beat him to me, and I've been saying that before that beef happened. That Nas was always the better lyricist than Jay-Z, and I'm from Brooklyn. And I'm saying that.
Oh shoot. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I love Jay-Z. They both in my top 5, but if I had to
Yeah.
pick, I'm picking with Nas because Nas was clearly not going for the commercial like Jay-Z was.
Yeah.
What up,
No, I
Guillermo?
pick Nas over Jay-Z too. I ain't gonna lie. No, I was always a Nas fan over Jay-Z. And when
Yes,
they had
definitely.
that battle, I said Nas won. I know people are like, oh,
Right.
Jay-Z won. I'm like, nah, Nas won.
Jay-Z was more consistent every summer. Every summer he made it a point to come out with an album or a single.
This record or album or something. Yeah.
Right. He was more consistent than Nas was. I give him that.
Yeah.
I give him that. You know? But I just hope
Nas was living. He was having them problems. He was having issues marrying these women. He was women, baby mama issues. Like he was, I don't know. And then he was talking about on this too. He said that when he ran with his crew, he said, yo, he got banned from every event. Dude, he couldn't go nowhere. He said that his crew were the craziest crew like that ran New York. And he was saying, he was just basically saying they was dangerous. And he was like, when they went to the source, they only gave him 5 tickets. And he said they gave everybody else 30 tickets, every other crew. And that's the Source Awards when Death Row was doing crazy.
Oh, 95, yeah.
Yeah. So imagine Nas was beefing. Who was Nas beefing? Nas' crew was beefing with who he says crew? They said Biggie and them's crew. He was somebody else's crew. Like I forget.
It was Pac, because Pac called him out on
It was Pac too, but it was but they was also beefing with some other New York crew. Nas said, I'm like, damn, Nas, you
I don't remember.
said, yeah, I'm trying to remember. I didn't like memorize the whole interview because I just watched it and I was like, oh, Nas is on. Let me check this interview. But before I come on here so I could talk about it, right? And then but he said something about how his crew had beef with another crew in New York. So you can imagine if they let him come deep. He goes, yo, it would have never been a Source Awards. That's what he said on Equal. I was like, what? Lucky he only had 5 tickets. You know what I'm saying? So
Illmatic, and it was
a
written. Illmatic and it was written is better than I disagree.
Who's saying that?
Illmatic and it was written a classic. I don't think it's better than anything Jay-Z dropped though.
Illmatic, yeah, and it was written, I think, a classic. I think Stillmatic was a classic, and I think there was another one I like.
I don't get why people say the whole style from Jay. I won't acknowledge that Jay stole Ray's sound. Jay-Z stole Ray's sound. They don't sound like nothing.
Nah, you know what it was with rappers, and they admitting it, and even Nas admitted it too. He goes, and you can look if you start watching these rappers that's like they older like now, like the Raekwons or whoever, they really saying it now. They're like, yo, back in the day, yeah, we listened to everybody. We were stealing everybody's stuff. So like, say Nas come out, Raekwon listened to that album. He was like, oh shit, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna flip it like this. And Nas was doing the same thing. Say Wu-Tang came out, he was like, I'm gonna listen to that. Oh, he said it like that. That's dope. I'm gonna use the same bar, but I'm gonna flip it. Or same subjects. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. It was biting off everybody. They said, but it wasn't like it wasn't noticeable. They still had their own style. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it's like if we said the same speech, it's gonna sound different because we talk.
I always felt like Ray and Ghost had their own lingo that they didn't sound like Nas or Jay. You know what I mean? So,
They had their own style. I think Nas had his own style too,
Yeah,
but
Nas had his own style.
he still said he kind of like he had favorites too when growing up,
Right.
and he was and of course that's how he rapped. He started rapping like the first, and then he got his own style.
Right.
But you pick a little bit from everybody, man. You know what I'm saying?
Think Stillmatic is underrated? I don't think Stillmatic is underrated.
Which one they said?
Stillmatic. I think Stillmatic is right there with Illmatic and
Yeah, Stillmatic is dope. No, Stillmatic. Everybody talking about Stillmatic.
Godson to me is Godson and I Am is underrated. I don't think Stillmatic is underrated at all.
Yeah, Godson. That's the other one I wanted to say. I think it's a classic. I like Godson. Godson's dope, man. Just the cadence of the album, like because Nas now, and hopefully this album, because like when you look at the album, right? I ain't gonna lie, it don't look like an album. Because we want to listen to the whole album and go, yo, that was dope. Like a Ransom album. Right. That was dope. The whole album was, you could tell they put their time into it and their work, and kept, they kept crafting it, and then they put it out. They didn't just go song like that. This Nas album looks like song. Maybe I put this song over here. It don't look like an album. But hopefully,
I don't know.
It is. Because he said he had a vibe with dude, and he said they were supposed to do one track, and then they ended up doing an album together. So hopefully they had that vibe through the whole album.
Big Sean is on the album too?
Who?
Big Sean?
Yeah, Big Sean's on. He's on track.
Oh my God.
It's
the GOAT. Big Sean is the GOAT to some of these kids out here right now.
It's Replace Me, featuring Big Sean and Don Toliver.
I'm skipping over that.
You skipping? You can't. Come on, you can't skip over that. Yeah, y'all like your style, son. You funny, man.
I'm skipping over that because I already know I'm not gonna like it.
Come on, man. Come on.
For me, okay, it's like
you gotta listen to the album, man. You just say use the album.
This dude, Big Sean, been out since the 2000s. I have never liked his stuff at all. If I don't like his stuff now in 2020, and you came out since the 2000s, more than likely I'm not gonna like his stuff. You know what I'm saying? I already know I'm not gonna like it. But like Nas might have the best verse on here.
Yo, but let's see. Here's my thing. Big Sean, I always thought Big Sean could rap. He got bars. Like he'll rap if he wants to. He's choosing like I like my girly man. I like the girls and the and whatever. He wants the radio records. Whatever.
He sound like a watered down Fabulous. I've always said that. He sound like a Midwestern version of Fabulous.
Basically,
if Fabulous lived in Detroit, that's what Fabulous would sound like.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to like say. You know what I'm saying? So he wants to go that route. It's like Nicki chasing that route. They chasing that bag. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I know Big Sean could rap. So maybe Nas said, "Yo, dog." Maybe he came with some bars this time, real bars. He's rapping with Nas.
Right.
If I gotta rap with Nas, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, hold on, I'm racing shit."
Right.
Going back, you know what I mean? Going back and forth.
Rocket said what? Rick Ross was on Life Is Good. He was on that album.
Yeah, he was on
Kendrick. I don't know. Even with Kendrick, I don't know if I want to hear Nas and Kendrick together.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You know what? Here's the thing. If Kendrick's team could do the production, it's gonna be dope.
That's what I'm afraid of, though. Like if I want, can you picture Nas over like a beat anything from like Good Kid, Mad City?
I'm thinking he would have to adapt. Well, it might not be those beats because if they all in the studio together, they're gonna create something else.
Nas can definitely do it, but is it gonna sound right together? Are they gonna gel together? That's the problem. Like even with this album, like Hit Boy, I know Hit Boy because of stuff he did for like Rick Ross and all these other artists, but Nas and Hit Boy, a whole album, I don't know if I can hear that.
That's what a lot of people saying too. Because I said the same thing. I was like Hit Boy, Hit Man. Like I kept asking people when I first heard it. Right. They kept saying Hit Boy. I'm like, Hit Boy and Nas. I said a whole album. They was like, yeah. So I started researching, going, oh man, I'm saying
you don't need fast beats. No, you don't need fast beats.
But all I could think about was, this is before I saw the Nas thing just now. I was like, I hope they was locked in together. Because if they're not locked in together, it's not going to be a good album.
He's not the right fit for Nas to me. I mean, unless Hit Boy surprises. Maybe he surprises.
What about the single? You heard the single. What do you think about the single?
I like Ultra Black. I like
Ultra Black. Okay.
I like it because it's like one of them like tracks for like these going on for these times now in society. I like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The whole thing with Doja Cat, I heard Doja Cat responded to him on TikTok and all that. And
yeah, I heard she got mad or whatever, but
Why? But she's claiming that she wasn't black anyway. Why she getting mad at that?
Yeah. So yeah, he was right. That bar hit her. It hit her hard because
Yeah.
you should have said that. She shouldn't have
She
said
didn't
that.
expect Nas to say her name. That's what it was.
Yeah. She should never went there, man.
You know.
She should never went there.
I don't know. I like Ultra Black, but I mean, if the whole album is like that, if it's decent like that, then cool. But if it's not, and I'm almost positive that it's not gonna be like that.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. When you hear like a Charlie Wilson hook, it's usually like a lively song when he's when he's with a rapper.
Right.
So you know, so you know that song might be like a up tempo track, and you already know that the first single.
Nas says 2 bad albums. You think so?
Huh?
You think so, mate? He said Nas only has 2 bad albums. What's the 2 bad albums?
That? Which one? Oh man, how come I see the chat but I can't talk?
I'm not biased to no artist. I love M, I love J, I love Nas, and all 3 of them got bad albums in their discography. So I'm not biased to none of them. You know,
you saying you're biased?
just about everybody in my top 10 of all time have bad albums. Whether it's not well, except for Tupac. The bad albums for Pac came after he died. But for Biggie and
you like Pac's first album?
Tupacalypse Now was dope. It wasn't a classic to me, but it was dope.
I don't think it was a classic either. That's what I'm asking you. I'm thinking if you say he never made a bad album, I think that was a
I don't think Pac made a bad album. I don't think he made a bad album.
I didn't like Tupacalypse.
You didn't like Tupac?
I didn't like that album.
But did you think
he had like
it was
3
whack?
joints
on there? Did you think it was whack though?
No, I don't think it was whack. I just think he had 3 joints on there that I could be like, yo, I'm gonna rock with these 3 joints. But I wouldn't like if I listen to the album again, I won't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody could play it and I won't turn it off.
I don't think I have like flat out whack albums. I think like Tupacalypse was, people sleep on that one. Shady for My Niggas was dope. Then you get to Me Against the World and All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli. Like those are like his best to me. But the bad stuff from Pac came after he passed away. I'm talking about when
they started just releasing stuff.
Right.
Because he already had it recorded and they just started releasing whatever they wanted in any order, I think.
But like artists like Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J, they have bad albums in their discography. You know what I'm saying? And those are like legends to me. They're like in my top 10 all time. But I'm not biased to none of them.
Yeah. Yeah, anybody can make a bad album. Anybody, and everybody has. If you think about it, right?
I actually like Street Disciple, but I know people don't like it. It was a disappointment, just like Blueprint 2 was a disappointment in my opinion as well. I don't think that was a great double album by Jay-Z.
Yeah, because he thought he was gonna come back with that same formula. I don't know if he was trying to hit the same mark, but he missed it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Yes. Are You Still Down? I like. And Still I Rise with the Outlaws. I love that album. And a lot of people don't like the Outlaws, but I can see why, because the Outlaws now, they're not the same compared to when they had Pac did. It's a different type of energy.
Yeah, it's a different vibe. I think it's the energy that Pac brought to the table. Mm-hmm. And he made people better.
You can clearly see it. You can see it. Like if you look at they always dropping new music. You look at their stuff now compared to the stuff that they were Pac is totally different.
Totally different. No, that's why I stopped listening to him too. I was like, I'm not listening to these dudes no more.
And they lost members. Gaddafi died. Fatal died. Storm, she left. So they lost Napoleon. I think he moved to like Saudi Arabia or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were just dropping off, man.
Yeah, they only got Idi Amin, Noble. And I think I don't know what happened to Castro, but they lost a lot of members. Big Psyche passed away also.
Wow.
Man. That's Cool G Rap has a solid discography. As a solo wise, or you mean like with every beat?
But how many albums does he have right now? Cool G Rap
solo?
Maybe like 5, 4.
He has 4, 5, 6. He has
4, 5, 6. Yep,
You know what
I mean? Like
do you count the album with 38 Special, the Sim G Rap?
Yeah, I'm gonna count that. I'm gonna count that because like when I went to, like I said,
Cool G Rap wasn't on that whole album though. He was like on maybe 3 or 4 songs.
I thought he was on more than that.
Nah, it was mostly 38 Special on that joint.
Oh yeah, I might think. Oh shoot. Oh, for some reason I'm thinking like maybe the joints that I'm always bumping.
I don't even know why was Cool G Rap associated with that album anyway, because it wasn't like he wasn't producing nothing on it.
I don't know, man. He just said he respected him and he always wanted to make some songs with him. So I guess he made some songs with him and then he called it that. He called it that.
Anybody else to do like an album with G-Rap instead of 38 Special, but 38 Special is dope. I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying like
that album was dope though. That album, he sat on that album for years. He said he didn't even put it out when he recorded it. That album was like 2-3 years old or something, 4 years old or something. Like I think it was 5 years old. He sat on that album for like 5 years. I think it was 5 years. I gotta remember what he said. It was like 5 years.
Drops that album. That's when he blew up.
Yeah, because he said he sat on it. He was like, I wasn't ready. He said he wasn't ready to come out. He just kept saying that, like when he was doing an interview one time. I'm like, huh?
The Roots got some bad albums though. I got like half of the Roots discography. They got some bad albums in here.
The Roots got some joints.
Yes.
The Roots got some joints. Some
classics, but they got some bad, like in the 2000s, like Rising. What was it? Rising Point or whatever.
Did they change like members at one time? Then they started like sucking or something, like that.
I'm glad you brought that up. That chick Jaguar mentioned that like there's a reason why they started changing members, because she said that the guy Hub that used to play the guitar with the hoodie and used to have that chew stick, he had cancer and they got rid of him out of the group.
Oh, you know, I didn't hear that part. I know she was saying they were foul and stuff, but she was just talking so loud sometimes I missed a couple things. You know what I'm saying?
And Scott Storch went off and he did his thing with Dr. Dre and Timbaland. And Dice War came in and he left to do his solo thing, and same thing with Rozelle. Yep. They were changing members.
Rozelle was dope. Remember? Yeah. Oh yeah.
They were changing members. She mentioned that, but Roots got some crap in their discography though. They don't have like a
they do. That's what I'm saying. So when they was going through all that, that's when they was kind of like releasing like whack shit. I think they just was obligated to put out an album. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like for me, I'm not put like as far as groups, I'm not putting the Roots in there for best discography. They got some classics, but they have some shit in the 2000s and 2010s though.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, listen, everybody
definitely. Quick is underrated. Ghostface, I love Ghostface.
Quick. But Quick put out a bad album too, man. Like he didn't have all good albums. Like when I started going down Quick because I recently did a old school classic album. I did one was Quick, and I was like, and in my mind I go, oh, the first album was a classic. I thought in my mind, right?
Right.
What's the first one? It's chocolate on it. Like not chocolate. It's like brown. What's the first?
Quick is the name.
Quick is the name. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So that was the first album, right? And I was like, oh, that was a classic. That was a classic. So I went back to it, and I was and I started reviewing it again, and I'm going, it's not a classic, but it was dope as hell though.
Right.
For his debut album, it was dope. But I was like, it's not a classic. So then I went to, I think Safer Sound. I think or Rhythmism. One of them, Rhythmism and Safer Sound was classics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so in my mind, I was like, he almost made one the first debut. So that's what got him on the scene. And then I think the second album he put out a classic. Then like not the third or fourth, then he like maybe the fourth or fifth one. So I forget how the count is, but I'm a huge DJ Quick fan. Rapping and producing, and then he do instruments.
Definitely.
Then he put out Second to None, and then he put out They Was Dope, that first album, AMG, all them, and then he started chilling with the Barge, and he was killing it.
Mm-hmm.
It was killing it. You know what I'm saying? Making ill joints. You know what I'm saying? So
she talked about like she called everybody out. Like go like any of those videos you could watch Walker and see. Like she called out Jill Scott, Erykah Badu.
Oh, and I saw like 2 or 3 videos. I just like eventually like when somebody keeps yelling, they yell it instead of talk. Like you know we talking right now. But you're gonna lose something. And then I saw her on an interview with another podcast. It was a hip hop podcast. I forget, it was 2 dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'd be at a table. I can't remember the podcast. But shout out to them dudes. I can't remember their name, but you know what I'm saying? Then I saw her on that too. And then she was outside while she was, in the bubble thing, and she was still like yelling and screaming at them. I'm like, they just like this, like letting her talk. They couldn't even jump in, like it was like jump rope. They was trying to ask a question, but they was like this because she was going off.
She coming out with a book called what's she called it? Something with the roots in the title.
Yeah, I forget. Deep rooted, something like that. Yeah, but yeah, I believe her. It's just that I think I don't know. She need to get a publicist, so a friend needs to say, hey, just talk. Like, just don't try not to get your emotions involved. If you're going to, just write the book, because instead of like, because it does make black women look bad when they yell and scream. Any woman, any person. If I'm yelling and screaming at you, you're gonna be like, what was they gonna, what's wrong with this dude? Everybody like, why Marquis always yelling and screaming? Don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? If I'm like, Nas, man, all the time, you'd be like, this dude, I ain't doing no podcast with this dude. He's always yelling.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but you got to get your point across, but not like that. And I do believe her. I do believe they did some fuck shit back in the day.
Too many details on like albums.
Yeah, of course.
And
dude, they did some. Everybody did some fuck shit back in the day. It's all gonna. It's either all gonna come out. But when Prodigy put that book out,
right?
When Prodigy put that, everybody was like, they was mad at him.
Yeah.
And he got out. They was still mad at him, but they started forgiving him.
People comment said like when he went on his IG live, like he's telling people like, oh, I'm praying for her and things will come out in due time. I don't know what the hell that means. Either you guilty or you not.
Yeah, you know he's dating Tiffany Haddish now too.
Right.
But yeah, like so yeah, I'm wondering what's gonna happen with that. Because nobody from the Roots mentioned anything either.
No, they've been quiet. Everybody been
quiet. The Roots, Common said that one thing, but
yeah,
the Roots have been like hush, hush, hush.
Tiffany came out and she said she don't care what he's done in the past, that she loves him.
Yeah,
right.
She did. Yeah, she did say that. Which I mean, hopefully, was he the one that put she said put the penis in the mouth?
Yeah,
Common.
It
was Common.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, that's rape. But so I don't know. I mean, I listen, dude. I never did nothing like that, man. But I know people around me did some stupid shit like that around me, and they could be in jail right now too if a woman, that same woman, came out against them. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't famous. So if they was famous, I think those women would have came out too.
Exactly. And I think he's gonna lawyer up. I think that's why we haven't heard nothing from him officially.
Especially the Roots, they probably been lawyered up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They got Jimmy's lawyer.
And she kept saying like people from the Roots was like calling her and threatening her and offering her money and all that.
Yeah, I heard all that too. That's
listen,
I'm telling you, I believe all that stuff, man.
I believe. Yeah.
You know, come on, man. It's just facts. Like,
why would she wait all these years to come out with all this stuff? That makes no sense.
Yeah, for nothing. And she's not. It's not like she's promoting something.
Right.
No, she just wants to tell her story, And if whoever tells their story, I think they should be compensated. Why not get paid? Do a book. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So she's going that route. So that's what's up. I commend her, and I think she's brave, and I hope more women come out.
Mm-hmm.
I hope more women come out and do stuff like that.
Looking for Flo Brown, that teacher.
Yeah.
She used to be an artist. I actually found like video of Flo Brown like at some like underground rap show, and she was like freestyling on stage, and she killed it. But she left the music business after that whole thing. All that stuff went down, and she was like, I kept seeing Jaguar kept saying that she got to find Flo so that she can come out too and tell the people what happened to her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because she did mention. I remember her mentioning that, but I was like, I didn't research her. Well, she was good,
but she can't find her.
Oh, because I was gonna say I never heard nothing from her. And that's the girl they said they flew up here to Philly, and then they treated her bad.
She was on it. Supposedly she was on tour with the Roots too, and Jaguar said she got raped. She used to get raped in the back of the bus by the members, and she never said anything like at all.
She never said nothing, so she needs
to speak. Yeah, that's why she left the business and became a school teacher. So I don't know.
I wonder if people trying to get in touch with like TMZ at her door.
Yeah. I think so. I'm surprised TMZ ain't have Jaguar on there yet.
I know, right? I thought they did for some reason, but I
don't think they
you know what it is? Maybe because she probably turned them down because she knows she can make money breaking her own story. So she probably like, I don't need TMZ.
Supposedly it started when Malik B passed away, and she saw Black Thought and Questlove make a post on Instagram for him or whatever. That's when she went off, because she was like, well, he wasn't getting paid by the Roots. He got paid like only $300, and he was ghostwriting for Black Thought and all that stuff. So that's when this whole thing started.
Oh yeah. No, it started. But that was insane, man. Hopefully they work that out, man. Because at the end of the day, you want Black people to win, right?
Right.
At the end of the day, yes, people did some fuck shit. Hopefully it wasn't that bad. And hopefully, like, I don't know if they do have to prosecute Common for that. Hey, I don't know how that works. You know what I'm saying?
I ask you, if all that happened, how do you all look at Common then? Like, would you all still bump his music? Because R. Kelly got that same flack, and I heard a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not bumping R. Kelly no more."
No, I don't bump R. Kelly, but I know a lot. Everybody I know probably bumps R. Kelly. Right. Still, you know what I'm saying? Everybody I know was like, I'm still bumping him. I'm like, for real?
I've seen this dude in concert, so I can't erase that memory.
Of course. Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah. Listen, R. Kelly was dope. He was probably the best R&B writer, friggin' singer. Like, not singer, but like he was up there. You know what I'm saying, with the greats.
Right.
But yeah, you got stained. It was a heavy stain, man. Yeah. So like, it's a heavy enough stain for you not to listen to him, but people still listen. People still listen to him. I be driving, people be bumping him in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I be like, people still. I'm like, people still playing R. Kelly. They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh man, these people. But
he had great music.
Yeah, great music. What am I do? Like, have a sign every time somebody play R. Kelly. Like, I'm not gonna. No, I don't got time for that.
So if Common went to jail for this, would you stop playing the Common stuff?
I don't know, man. I'm such a hip hop fan. I don't know. I love his classics. I like B, so I probably would play. I don't know, man.
Right.
That's a tough one. I don't know. Maybe I'm sounding funny because I told you I won't bump R. Kelly, but maybe I won't bump Common. I got to see how it goes down. And if it happens, I might have this conversation again with, like, say it happens in a month. I don't know if something happens, but if we having this conversation again, and I'd be like, nah, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't bumping them, or yes, I am bumping them. We'll figure that out. But right now,
you still bumping.
I want, what's fair is fair. I want everything to come out. His side, her side, the truth. They say always three sides. One side, your side, my side, and the truth. So that's what we got to get. But I do believe her that he probably did some of that foul stuff. I believe that. You're a hip hop rapper. Everybody's on your nuts. You got hits. You touring and making money. Everybody in your mind, everybody's a groupie. You think you're the king?
Eric said, "Did you hear about the Jam Master? Yeah, what you think about the Jam Master J situation?"
Oh man, RP Jam Master J, and I'm glad they cut. I heard it was two dudes. Then they only showed one dude, and they showed his Instagram. I forget the name. I didn't really
Instagram too? Wow.
Somebody wrote it down.
How are you on Instagram on social media and knowing that you killed Jam Master J?
You saw it?
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
He was praising him, and he was like, every time he had Jam Master J's birthday or the death day, he would put the post and say, "Oh man, I miss you, sir, son. You're the best."
That's crazy.
He told stories they did. He was like, "Yo, remember the time?" And he would tell stories. So they was getting mad loves, mad likes. He was getting mad followers. He probably was getting paid.
So they knew him. They knew him personally.
Yeah, the dude. Yeah, yeah. Well, at least that one dude. So everything didn't come out yet. They just talk about that one dude so far.
Right.
I didn't write. I should have wrote the name down, but you could probably look it up right now on your phone, and it'll show it. Yeah, he was praising him, loving. Oh, he's a man, my man. He's the one that gunned him down, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, people he know. Dog, I know it was somebody he knew. I knew it had. Dude, that runs in the same circle when they did that documentary. Was it Netflix?
Who killed Jam Master J?
Yeah, that was dope. It was dope. It was like, I was so mad that they didn't still solve it. I'm like, damn, they still didn't solve that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what you think about, like, what you
I mean, it's surprising because, like, I watched that Netflix documentary like maybe 3 months ago. They didn't have nothing, no clue. All of a sudden, we get the two supposed killers, and I'm like, well, the feds were on this for years. They just wasn't telling nobody. But so then, why release the Netflix documentary and they didn't give us no tidbit or anything?
Yeah,
but I'm glad hopefully, I mean, if it's really them, I'm glad that they found the killers, and his family and his friends could close that chapter of their lives, and I really want them to solve Biggie and Pac case. That's the big one.
Oh yeah, those are the big ones. They need to solve. And what about Big L?
Well, Big L, I thought they got the killer.
Did somebody get murked for that?
I thought they got the killer for that. Supposedly, Cameron said that years ago that the killer got killed.
The killer got killed.
Yeah. So
yeah, I heard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they never closed it. Like, oh, okay, it was him. You know what I'm saying? They never. You know what I'm saying? So the streets got him.
The streets got him, right?
The streets knew it was him. The streets got him. It was like one of those things. So it never got to get solved. But I just don't remember the name. It was when it came out, I was kind of mad that they just killed him like that. I just wanted him to go to jail. I wanted him to do time and shit, and think about it, and then maybe get killed. You know what I'm saying after that? But you know what I'm saying? I want him to like, yo, you did this though. I got you now.
Exactly.
And then whatever happened in the jail, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
but yeah, the Pac and Big one, that's the big one that everybody needs to
but everybody, I'm telling you, people know, man.
Of course they do.
You know somebody knows.
Yeah, Suge Knight.
Even people in the industry knows.
Suge Knight knows.
Huh?
Suge Knight knows. He knows what happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I believe Puffy has something to do with that too. It's just a lot of people that was around that area. They're dead. Gaddafi was dead. He's dead mysteriously. You know what I'm saying? Orlando, was it Orlando Jones, whatever his name is? He got killed. It's just like too many like factors is going on. Russell Poole got killed, or he died or whatever. So it's bigger than the industry.
It's bigger than hip hop. It's just bigger than. It's just like it was gangs. It was that era that they was really banging. They was really killed. They wasn't doing no Instagram or Twitter beefs and then see each other and say what up. You know what I'm saying? No, they was like they see you and it's on. Exactly. So those are the days, man, that you either you got fucked up, punched in the face or something, or you got murked.
Yeah.
Man, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I mean, yeah, Biggie and Pac, if they could solve that, that'd be great, man. I would love that.
That's the big one.
But I think somebody got to die for it to come out. You know what I'm saying? Like this is so you know what I mean? Something got to happen. Like that's why he ain't come out yet.
I believe Suge Knight, when he dies, he's gonna leave. He's gonna say like leave something, and we're gonna know who did it. I think he knows. I think Puffy knows something.
I think he knows, and I think Puff knows. I think a couple people know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Now I'm trying to think. When Craig Mack? I'm talking about was Craig Mack about to tell? Didn't Craig Mack know something or no? I thought I saw something on Craig Mack one time. He was talking.
Really?
And he was gonna say something.
I don't know. I never heard that about him.
He had some knowledge or something. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm slipping or something. But
and he's dead too, so we can't ask him.
Huh? That's what I'm saying. He's dead. That's what I'm saying. Like I think before he died, I remember him, and it's on somewhere. I think it's on YouTube. I gotta find it or somewhere. I know I saw it somewhere. It was like an interview or something on him before he died or something. He was talking. It was him by himself, and he was like saying he sounded crazy, but he was saying some stuff like, "Yo, I got some knowledge that people need to know."
I don't think he was still with Bad Boy in '97. He left after the first album.
Yeah, but I think like he was still kind of I don't say connected. He still knew. I think Big still chill with him. I think they still was cool. I mean, I don't know. That's why people say. That's why the video didn't go too viral. It was just like one of those. You know what I mean? So, but.
That was
Who else is coming out? Who else are you excited about, man?
Somebody mentioned the Lox. Speaking of the Lox album, I mean, the single with DMX was cool. It was cool. I like it. Again, I don't have any big hopes for the album because it's the Lox, and they've always postponed albums in the past. So
yeah,
We Are the Streets. That was like their last good one. That other one that came out. I forgot the name of that shit.
Oh, the one before that. Yeah, after that. Yeah. That wasn't. Yeah, it was. It wasn't. It was all that. But I actually like this single, man. I thought I was like in my mind, I'm like kind of thinking like you. This a Lox album. Okay, whatever. What's gonna happen? What's going on, right? Mm-hmm. So I heard it today. I was I'm actually home for the day. I called. I got a migraine. I'm getting migraines. I'm stressed at work. It's a whole story. But anyway, so I'm on watching on the couch, just laying down watching YouTube on low speed. You know what I'm saying? And then I hear they got a new song or what? So I play it, and I was like, I wasn't really thinking nothing of it. I'm like, at first when I was like playing, I'm like, this ain't gonna be nothing. Right. But then I started listening to it. I go, wait a minute, this is dope. Like, I thought it was the first. That's not their first single, is it? But
yeah, that's the first.
Is that the first single?
Yeah, because there's a video that's coming out. Okay, did a video.
I thought they did a good job. I thought DMX did a good job on the chorus. I thought he did what he had to do. He was DMX. DMX was DMX on that record. Like it wasn't like he didn't try to play nobody else or play a new school dude.
Right.
And they all did their job. Styles P ripped it.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jadakiss ripped it. Oh my God. And then I love Luch, because Luch is funny. And if you listen to Luch's rhymes, he can rhyme too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And he's funny in his bars too. So, but I thought it was a good joint. I'm excited for the album now, to be honest, because I was like, nah, but now I'm excited. Because it seems like they hungry on this one.
I'll listen to it, but I don't have hope. So.
You don't think they was hungry on that album?
My old school artists they're all disappointing me right now. You know what I'm saying? So
get out of here.
I mean, it's facts, yo. Like if Eminem would come out right now and say, "Yo, I'm dropping the album tomorrow," you gonna be excited for it? Because I'm not.
A little, only because I wasn't excited about the last album. I wasn't excited about the last album, and then when it came out, I go, "It's okay."
I haven't been.
I didn't think it was classic, but I thought it was okay.
Been excited for Eminem album since like I want to say maybe Relapse.
Yeah,
it's been he's been. I love Eminem, but his albums now are crap.
Yeah, he's not putting out good albums.
They're crap, and I don't get excited for his albums no more. Just like when Nas come out, it's like I gotta look at him with a side eye. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how I feel about.
No, you're right about Eminem. Like I'm just saying, like the last album he did put out. I don't think it was a disappointing album. I thought it was a good album. I don't think it was like, because the other albums are trash. You know what I'm saying? Like in between. And then when he came out with this, I go, I probably could listen to this again. I had a couple bangers on there, right? You know what I'm saying? I got some good joints on there. So I thought it was good in that manner. I thought it was better than I thought.
I saw some shades of old Slim Shady on the last album.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I heard he was hungry. Like he was hungry at bars, and it's because he probably was. He's, you know what it is? These old school dudes, and people criticizing Nas about this. He's not getting with lyricists, like new lyricists. Like he should be doing songs with Benny, 38, Shay Noir.
You have him on the label. Why are you not using
it? Not even new, but you know what I'm saying? He should, but his bars are still sharp.
Right.
So whoever's bars are sharp, that's who Nas should be doing albums with.
Exactly.
And producers too. That's I get what you're saying. The producer, you're like, this producer, who?
Yeah, like
you want them sharp producers. That's right now. That's banging right now.
Yo, Alchemist used to be his DJ when he went on the Family Values tour and all that. Why aren't you using Alchemist? I don't understand. Like he's in love with these trap beats now. You could be using Damager. Griselda is on your label. Why are you not using Damager?
Damager, you should be using
a whole album with Eminem and Damager. Anybody would listen to that.
Oh yeah, that'd be insane. That would be insane. But like, hopefully they're working on it, and hopefully you're putting it in the air, and it happens. But
I've been saying that for years. I'm like, yo, I started to notice the downfall after Eminem show. Like after Drake, because Drake to me is not even the same as a producer. Like Drake fell off too. And I started to notice the slip, and then when Encore came out, it was horrible. And then every album, it kept getting worse and worse. He came back with Relapse. That was good. Recovery, I like Recovery, but a lot of people don't care for that album.
A lot of people don't care for Recovery.
But like the albums after that, the Marshall Mathers 2 and Revival Kamikaze, I'm like, oh God, it's all crap.
It's over. You're like, you're thinking his career's over.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, like, and he's still in my top 10. I still love Eminem, but he has trashy albums, just like LL. LL fell off after the GOAT. He has shit albums.
Eminem in the top 10?
Yes, he's in my top 5. Actually, he's in my top 5.
He's in the top. When you do a top 10, you do like a current one, or you just go, I got my top 10 automatically? Like,
nah, I do all time. Like this is 80s, 90s, all
everybody.
Yes, all decades.
Does anybody ever get bumped out?
I don't do like there's some niggas that do like, oh, well, this is my top 10 now, and I got Benny and Conway, and then I'm just totally getting rid of Nas and everybody else. I don't do that. I do like everybody from any decade is on my list. So I don't go by who's hot now.
Yeah, but I'm saying that somebody get bumped out. Has anybody ever got bumped out your top 10? So say you got your top 10.
Yeah, it's always number 10 because like I've had lists where
somebody would just sneak in and just stay 10. They won't go down.
Nah, they'll move because like maybe like 3-4 years ago if I did a top 10, I had MC Light actually at number 10.
Okay.
MC Light to me
is relevant.
Yes, but to me she still to me is the best female MC all time. So she is in my top 10. I don't know if I would put her at number 10. It might be even higher. Then I had Busta Rhymes on it. Busta Rhymes to me is a top 10.
He's still dope. He's about to put out an album.
Yes, he put out an album. I hope that's a good one also. I don't know, but
I think it's gonna be dope.
You know, I've had like, you know, Ice Cube was in my top 10 at one point. You know what I'm saying? So my the 10 always changes, but the 5 never changes. Always Pac, Nas, Jay, Biggie, and Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Sean Price will be in there at some point.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Sean Price, he didn't have no whack album.
Sean Price is dope.
You know, Prodigy as a solo artist him too. You know what I'm saying? So it always like changes with the after 5. It always changes. But you know, I don't like if I had to make a top 10 now of new artists, it would be totally different. It'd be like Griselda would be the top 3. Then you got Flea Lord, then you got Rock Marcy, then you got Shane Noyd. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
You know, but I never did like a top 10 for right now. I mean, I could easily do it. But
now, I do the same thing you do. I do the same thing you do, but my whole thing is like you gotta kind of still be kind of relevant. Like so, like
nah, I don't
like your top my 5, 3 or 5 usually don't change. But guess what? If I hear enough of somebody and I listen to all their work and I go, man, all their work's better than say I got Nas in there, right? Because I do got Nas in my top 5, right? So if I go, I'm just making an example. I don't think it's gonna happen, but listen. So if I go Nas in my top, say Nas is 5 or something, right? Not 1, whatever, right? I'm just making an example. And say I listen to everything 38 Special ever made on the planet, and I go, man, all his stuff is better than all Nas's stuff.
Right.
I would have to probably put 38 with 5 and Nas would be 6. That's how I think. It's not like I don't just be going, okay, Nas is the king, he's the man, he's my first rapper that I was like, yo, this is the dopest solo rapper I've ever heard in my life. So he automatically stay there forever. Like he still has to like come out with work and do something. But what if Nas never came out with another album and it was whatever?
He don't need to at this point. He's already a legend. Like he already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a legend. But I'm saying like, if you still got to think about somebody's entire work. That whole from day one to like, if you think about Ransom, you can't go Ransom's last 3 projects. Yeah, they dope. But what about Ransom when he was back in you know, what 25 years ago, 20 years ago?
See, but okay, like
you gotta listen to that too and put that in.
I feel like if you like for legends don't need to come out all the time. Like you can retire if they die. Like unfortunately, Biggie died. He left us with 2 great albums.
Yeah,
he already solidified himself when Ready Die came out. As far as I'm concerned.
Oh shoot, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with
that first album was like, oh, who is this dude?
Right. Same thing with when Big L dropped Lifestyles. Like he already solidified himself. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to be a special talent to already be considered like a legend. Like when Illmatic came out, people was like, yo, he's already great. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have that. We don't see that too often in this era. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's still a wait and see. When people say, you know, when Freezy was on here, he said he put Drake in top 50. I don't have Drake in top 50. I think Drake is a dope artist, but he's not going on my top 50 with, you know,
not for bars.
Huh?
Not for bars. Hell no.
I think he has a strong discography up until when Views dropped. I didn't like Views. I think everything else before Views and More Life and all that shit, his shit was solid before all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not putting him on.
My whole beef with Drake is just I just want you to rap, man. I think it was his last album when he did kind of rap more. He had a rap side and he had like an R&B side. Didn't he kind of do like that?
He's not bad.
Like
he can do both. He can do both because the Scorpion album was like one side was like more rap, the other side was more R&B.
That's the one, yeah, Scorpion.
Right. He can do both. You know what I'm saying? But I'm top 50. That's like nah. I don't know about that.
Yeah, he can't get in there like you said with the artist. I think he's a dope artist.
Right.
And if there's an artist category,
if you talking about right now, then I would put him on the list right now. Right now, as far as like artists, I'm not saying like balls. I'm saying like artists, he would be on there. But all time, no, he's not making my top 50 all time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, but the only reason I brought up how like I was wondering if you categorize stuff like and break things down. Because like for the fallen rappers, the people that we always RIP and stuff, the people that passed away, like the bigs, most of the Biggie Smalls, the Big Puns, the Big L's, they will always be in my top 3, top 5. They're legends. So we got to put like I always thought we need to create a legends, maybe they passed away type of legend category because they all so they can live in that top 3, top 5 all year for life.
Exactly.
It's never changing. Like a Mount Rushmore. For rappers,
yeah, for sure.
So we did a Mount Rushmore for rappers. Though they're gonna be, it's probably be more than 4 because there's 4 white old dudes, but we have a more of them. You know what I'm saying? We just do all. We should do that. Somebody should do that. Whoever got money, Tyler Perry, somebody should do a hip hop Mount Rushmore, Hollywood, New York, somewhere.
But
Make it up.
they're all building they building the hip hop museum in the Bronx right now.
Yeah.
But that's not coming out till like another 2 years.
Yeah, I heard about that. So I want to do that. I want them to sleep well. Because every year, my best rapper is not Biggie or Tupac, and I'm like, let them people rest. In my mind, I be thinking, let them rest, right?
Right.
And let them have that Mount Rushmore. But let's talk about current MC. Whoever's alive, let's talk about that list.
Right.
That's why my list changes, and that's the only reason. Like,
see, for me,
I don't got beat the way you do it, because I should do it the way you do it. But now in my mind, I don't put nobody passed away in my list no more. I just don't. Right. They in my Mount Rushmore. They legends. You can't move them. They stone. They, you know what I mean? But I got to talk about people that's living, give them their flowers right now, man.
Right. Like it wouldn't be for me right now. It wouldn't be a top 50 because I don't. There's no 50 artists, new artists from this era that I listen to. It might be like 20, if that. But I would put Drake on the list based on his artistry, not for bars. Like I'm not putting them.
Yeah,
I'm not putting them with Griselda and Rock Marcy and Flea Lord and Stove God. You know what I'm saying? He's different artists. You know what I'm saying? But he's dope. He makes dope music. But I don't see him.
I think Griselda just put out a single, dude. Before I came on here. I was on YouTube. And I would just flip things on my TV to watch on YouTube, and it's not even it's a Conway single. I'm sorry. Right. So Conway's about to put out that album. King something, whatever about the king or something.
From a King to a God.
King to a God. And I think he dropped a single with all three of them on it. It's fire, man. Oh my God. I'm like,
Conway and who?
It's Conway, Benny, and Westside. Benny started off. Oh, wow. Conway get in there, and then Westside ended. Right. And Westside's actually rapping on this one. He's not singing. He actually raps and he's not talking. You know, like you talk on a whole track. Right. I'm like, dude, stop talking on the track though. Like 5 minutes of him talking.
Female MCs are easy. It's that I don't feel like they ever got the respect to be in the conversation with the men, but it's very easy to rank.
They do.
Female MC albums.
You just said MC Light's one of your dopest.
MC Light's my
think she had albums that can compete with a man's album?
Maybe one or two. Light as a Rock and Eyes on This.
You gotta think about the MCs back then, the female MCs that could spit with dudes. I'm gonna name them: Queen Latifah, Moni Love, MC Light, because they was chilling with thugs and dudes that shooters. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Who else was rapping crazy like that? Raw Digger. Yeah. When she was with the Outsiders, she was better than when she came with Busta.
Right.
She was dealing with the Outsiders. She was dope with them. You know what I'm saying? They were just underground, and then Q-Tip signed her, and then Q-Tip didn't know what to do with her and gave it to Busta, and then Busta did something with her. I thought her first album was dope. Raw Digger's first album was dope.
Yeah. We actually Reg is supposed to be setting up like an album discussion for that album.
The Raw Digger joint?
Yeah, Dirty Egg. I don't have it.
Yeah,
but,
Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry. Oh, dude, I might have to listen to that. I'm gonna see if that's a classic in my head again, because I'm thinking, I'm remembering it being a real great album.
Yeah, it was good.
You know, whatever the Flip Mode Squad, the first Flip Mode Squad album.
I got that one. Yeah, that one was good.
Ooh, I think that might be a classic. I think that's a classic. If I remember well, I listened to that album 400 times in a row.
I gotta go back to listen because there's some joints on there that I heard. I'm like, this should have been on Busta's album because I think he tailor-made it for him.
But Busta was making so much music. He put out an album. He was like Flea Lord back in the day. He was putting out albums every 2 months or something like that, right? Something crazy like every 3 months or something. Busta was killing with albums. He was Extinction Agenda, like everything. 4 years left, 5 years left. Like he was just going crazy before 2000.
Yep.
He had 95 to 2000, I think, right?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
And then with that album, what's the album? The last album he came out when they had Rick James on it and all them dudes. That one was dope too.
Bullshit.
Genesis? Was that was
Genesis? Yeah.
Was that the Genesis?
That was 2000.
But I don't know if that was 2000, but that was that his last album?
The only one I didn't know. The last one I didn't hear Back on My Bullshit. That was like 09 or something. I forgot when that came out. I didn't hear that one. The other ones are like Big Bang was like the only Aftermath one that came out like 06, 07.
I'm gonna say yeah. Because for some reason I don't know why I'm thinking his last album was the was that one. So I'm looking. Okay,
He had
I
like
thought it
a
was
mixtape
Genesis.
album. He had like Yeah the Dragon. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
another joint he did. He did like a mixtape with Q-Tip. That was
the
like
big. Oh yeah, the
2014.
Big Bang.
Mm.
He did the back of my. Oh yeah, back of my bullshit was dope. With with Q-Tip. Yeah, I
Right,
like
yeah.
that album. That was
Yeah,
a dope
it
album.
was a mixtape he did with Q-Tip. It was like they were like
Oh, Return of
celebrating.
the Dragon, right?
Yeah, that one I heard. That was like a mixtape album.
Return of the Dragon. That was with
Right.
Q-Tip. Because that's
Nah,
what the
that
dragon.
was
Yeah, because it got the. Let me show you.
Tip
Hold
was
on.
on that.
I'm trying to blow it up. Hold on. Remember
Okay,
this
not
one?
that one. There was one before where he had like a it was like a illustration of like a dragon. I forgot the name of that joint though.
Hold on.
That
I'm
was
about to go back to
yeah.
the albums.
There's another one.
Oh yeah, the dragon, and there's a real dragon on it. Hold on.
Yeah, that one that came out before. I forgot what year that was. I heard that one.
This one right here.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. That was I think that one it came out when he was signing Cash Money, but he never dropped nothing on Cash Money though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This one. So this one's saying 2012.
Right,
That dragon
2012.
one.
Right.
But
Right.
it was never released, right?
It was I only heard it on
You
streaming.
heard that? I didn't hear that
Yeah,
album.
there's no physical copy for it, I don't think.
Wow, because I'm gonna say I never heard that album to be
Yeah.
honest.
I
We
heard
might.
that on that was on Dat Piff actually when I heard it back then.
Oh wow, I probably didn't. I don't know. I don't think I was tuned into that pit, but maybe I just skipped that one.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That website they always had like missing links to
Yeah,
download.
I love that pip. I still got it on my phone.
Yeah,
I love that pip.
But like around that time, he was signed to Cash Money, but he never dropped nothing on Cash Money.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, he never dropped nothing. And then that's when he started kind of like signing with different people and never putting out albums. He was like, then he did. Then he went back with Dre, I think, and then never came out again with that either.
He was supposed to like he went back with Dre and nothing happened, and I'm like, what the hell?
It's like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, what's going on?
I
Like,
don't know what label he on now that he dropping ELE2.
Man, hopefully it's his own. Hopefully he got smart and put out his own goddamn music.
He should have been that. He been at Flip Mode Records. It's not like he couldn't put out all his artist albums.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get what happened. Like, he got to tell the story. It got to be a Busta Rhymes story.
Yeah.
This dude, what were you doing? What happened, dude?
Exactly, because there's a reason. Rock Marcy was affiliated with them in the beginning. People forget that he was part of Flip Mode.
Yeah, matter of fact, Stove got cooked under Busta Rhymes, or either under him or he found him and gave him to Rock Marcy.
And he signed Papu to $1 million deal, and the album got shelved. Not Kareem a Dream. That, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what label.
Sound like the Cisco album. That Cisco album that was like $8 million, whatever, how many millions, and never came out.
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what label he's on now. If it's independent, then that's good. He should have been did that.
Yeah, I'm about to go back on Instagram and see if I see like a when he promoted that little clip. I want to see if he maybe.
All I see is like the conglomerate. I'm like, well, what did he change Flip Mode into the conglomerate, or is that like the actual label?
Yo, and Rod Digger said she was on some of them shows too, and she said they got an album art. They got they got a Flip Mode squad album done.
Word?
Yeah, it's done. It's in the can. She was like, I don't know when Busta's gonna put it out.
Is that when I remember he took a picture with them? Like, was it last year?
Dude, I saw it was a single and a video out with Flip Mode Squad last year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's dope as shit too.
I gotta check that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, show 6 out. It's coming out. I was going crazy.
And Stove,
I never heard from him.
And Stove God is down with them, right?
I think Busta found Stove God. You know how you find rappers or whatever?
Right.
Busta found Stove God. So I don't know if he's under Busta's label. I didn't really check when I was looking at his album. I look now.
When
he gave him Rock Marcy, I think.
When Reasonable Drought came out, he made a post on his page, and he like the conglomerate logo is on the Stove God album. So I'm like, well, he's down.
So maybe So I told you he's down with
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Busta. Yeah, I told you. I was about to look it up, but I'm saying like
God is fire. So
that album is freaking incredible.
That's one of my favorites right now. Definitely.
That's his debut album, dude.
I didn't even know that.
It's a classic.
Definitely.
He got his first classic out the way. That's what I'm saying. I tell people
I'm very wary when you say classic. Like I was telling Freezy and Gimble this. I'm like, like this solid albums in this era. I don't want to say things are classic because
you know what I say when I say classic. I really think I got a good ear for music, and this is what I'm saying. Classic. I can hear like the whole album is going in my album of the like a conversation. Like I can listen to that if I say an album's classic, like the Stove God Cooks, I said it's a classic.
Right.
I can listen to that album throughout, no skips, no nothing, and then want to listen to it again. And then I've listened to Stove God Cooks. I'm seriously, I listen to this dude on rotation some days, and then some days I want to do 38 special days. Some days Shay Nord days, some Ransom day. Like I just I can listen to that album over and over again. Right. It's musically sonic to my ears. It's nothing bad about certain albums when I call classic. Okay. So like usually I'm spot on. I'm being honest. I'm talking about my past. I just started doing reviews like within a year. Right. But I've been reviewing albums my whole life to people, and people go, this dude's bugging, he's crazy. And then 4 or 5 years later, Illmatic is classic. It is dope. I go, I told you that. I told you when Biggie came out. They was like, no, you did. And I'd be like, remember that time Lift Weights and I told you that album's a classic? It's dope, like it's nothing wrong with it. And y'all was like, no, they just came out, yo. I go, I'm telling you, I listened to that. I listened when Biggie first came out. Yeah. Woo! Nas first came out. Like I was listening to those albums, the tape, man. I kept breaking the tape. I just they wore out. Like the names, the words, the songs. My thumb wore them out, man. You didn't know what it was. Nobody knew what it was. What I just knew because I would write a weird name or number on it.
Right. That's what I was saying. I was saying to Wacko like a couple weeks ago. Like we had heavy rotation back then. You know, like when you look in the Source magazine, they had the fat tape, and you got like the joints that you make on your take a blank tape and you make like your beat your fat tape. Right. You had your heavy rotation. So in my heavy rotation back then, it would be Common Resurrection or Ready to Die, Illmatic. The Grave Digger 60 Deep. We had heavy rotation every year. Yeah. But even then, we knew like those albums, we played them every day. They became a part of our lives. They were dope albums. But that term classic never entered my mind at 16 years old. I wasn't thinking, Illmatic is a classic or Ready to Die is a classic.
For me, for some reason, I don't know why. I don't know why.
That was started by this when the Source magazine. If you was reading the Source magazine, you reading their ratings, and you're like, they gave Resurrection a classic, but they didn't give something playlistic. You know what I mean? So it was like it came out of that.
Yeah, I like their ratings. I like the Source's ratings, but I never thought like the Source. Like I thought if I always wanted to write for the Source because I would have been really real with them. You know what I'm saying? I would have been like really, really judging these albums and like making them like if it's 5, I'm giving it like most they were spot on most of the time, but like in the early stages. But then when they started getting paid, people started paying for those classics, man. They was paying for those mics. Instead of getting 2.5, somebody probably paid for a mic so to get 3.5. But when you got 3.5, they rather listen to your album. Right. So like people started. That's when the Source started getting trash. It started getting whacked. People was paying to get those mics.
And it was like, I really wasn't like even thinking that whole thing classic until like the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when it became part of the conversation. Back then, we wasn't calling these albums classic. We knew they were great albums. Yeah. I wasn't going on what the Source said because the Source messed up on a lot of album reviews. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, just because like there's many albums that I bought. And I've seen the Source waiting, and it was like 3 mics. I'm like, this is a better album than a 3 mic than what the Source gave him. So that was just my like.
Me too.
I have this underrated albums that I think. Look, Artifact's first album, I think is a classic. Nobody talks about that album, and I did a review on that.
Say it again.
The Artifacts album.
Oh, Artifacts. Oh yeah, that was dope. Artifacts, wrong side of the track. That was my shit.
The Rock and Hard Place. I did a review for that last year. I'm like, nobody talks about that album. That's a classic to me.
I don't know why.
It might not be a classic for everybody though. So we have like our own classics, and then we have like what the general public deem as a classic and how it moves through the culture. But it's like my
and that's what I express. I when I say it's a classic to me. I can't put the album down. There's something about this album that relates to me. Like I'm gonna tell you a good single right now. You might think I'm crazy. It's R-Rated Rugged Man did a single. Well, it's not a single, but it's on his album. It's the one about his daughter. Mm. I think that's one of the dopest singles I've ever heard in my life.
Right.
And you know why? It's probably relatable to me because I got a daughter and I will kill somebody for my daughter too. And I love my daughter so much. Right. But it's not just that. It's the beat. It's the way he formed it and then they broke it up into 2 tracks, but it's really 1 track. And then like just the content, just the way he flowed.
Right.
it's just like I think that song. I gotta like I'm gonna find this because I don't want to disrespect this single. Was one of the dopest singles I ever heard in my life. But like that's just me. Like you might go, that song's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's you because your life. You know what I'm saying? I love Mobb Deep because I was living similar lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You like maybe you, I know you like Mobb Deep, but maybe say you wasn't. You like you grew up in the suburbs and you like somebody else, Jay-Z all the time or something. I don't know,
right.
but I'm just saying like people like what they like. So when I say things are classic, I really believe in my ear for music, and then I believe people eventually will adapt to the album and maybe call it near classic. A lot of people like the albums I say classic. A lot of people, if you have look at the other reviews, the same reviews, they're giving it like 4.5 out of 5, 4.8, 4.7. They're giving it just as much as when I say 5. But people, when I get 5, people go, "Oh, this dude is crazy." Like I review good music. I mean, it's 3.5 and over for me. The album in the 3.5 and up, I'm not gonna review it because I just want to give you a flower. I don't want to be like, yo, that shit was whack. So if Nas' album is whack, I'm not reviewing it. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I said, who's a '90s rapper that has stayed consistent after who's a '90s rapper that has stayed consistent after? For me, it was Sean Price. A '90s rapper that's been consistent. There's not too many of them. Probably Jay-Z.
You got Jay-Z. Was Nas '90s? Yeah. Not consistent.
Well, consistent though. That's the thing.
You said consistent. Like albums is always dope, but I don't think Jay-Z's all his Jay-Z's albums was dope.
I mean, but he had, but for the most part,
he was there making hits. I see what you're saying, like a hit every year. So.
Yeah. Like even with the bad albums, he got hits.
Fab and Jada and all them niggas.
No,
Prodigy at the time, Prodigy, but he passed away.
Jada discography is bad. Like after Kiss the Game Goodbye, I don't like none of his albums.
Oh, for real?
Nah, like Kiss.
You're not a Jada fan? So you know, like his last album?
I love Jada because as a lyricist, his discography is another story. Kiss the Game Goodbye to me is his only great album. Kiss to Death it sounds outdated. Top 5 Dead or Alive, I didn't like that one. Last Kiss, I didn't like that one. Ignatius was cool. It was decent. It's not great though. I think Styles P has a better discography than Jada.
He does. I'm more of a Styles P fan. Like when I go, me and my boy's more of a Jada fan.
Right.
And I'm the Styles P dude out of the group. You know what I mean? So like we always argue about them dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, you didn't hear that though? You didn't like. I'm like, yo. And I used to always say, yeah, Jadakiss don't got a classic album. I used to say to my boy. I say he came close a couple of times. You know, like, and then he'd be like mad at me. He's the best. He's better lyricist than Styles. I go, yo, you don't be listening to Styles. I be telling you, you gotta listen to Styles P's verses.
Styles is nasty.
It's insane. You gotta like rewind his bars and go, what did he say? Like you gotta do that with Styles.
Yeah. Have you ever listened to the 40? Nah, I only got the QB Finest. I never heard 41st Side. That was like the sequel.
41st Side was from
you know the Queensbridge artists, Nas and them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear that one. I remember I used to see that in the store when I used to go to Beach Street. They used to have that in the store. I never bought it though.
Yo, that song I was talking about for just the was first born by R.A. the Rugged Man. So anybody want to hear that song, but that song was dope. You got like that song in my mind was just like for me, I'm gonna say that song was like up for single of the year, but you might think, nah, Marquis crazy. But if you listen to it sonically, you're gonna go, wow, it's a good track. And the conversation is good about everything. Just the point what he's given. And if you have a kid, period, you know, you're gonna be like, you put your son in that situation, not your daughter, like how he's rapping. And or anybody you love, you put that person in substitute for the daughter, and it's a great song, and you fall in love with it too, you know. But I'm just I'm just giving an example of like songs that surprised me sonically. That I could fall in love with a song, I could fall in love with an album. What the hell? My phone talking to me there. But you know what I mean? So
you said that you consider Stove Got Cook's album a classic, right?
I do.
Okay. Now when you talk about these albums that come out in this era that you deem classic, do you just have like a separate like group for just the classics that come out now, or can they compete with any of those classics from back in the day?
Dude, when I call it a classic, it can compete with the albums back in the day. I think those albums are gonna be timeless. Like the ones I listen to over and over again, I can't get enough of. Like the Ransom album. That album is incredible. The Shay No album is incredible. I can't stop listening to both of those albums, and I think they're gonna be timeless records. And you know, I for some reason I just have I'm usually, I'm not saying 100% right. Of course, nobody's 100% right, but majority of time I've been correct. I just been like, because I don't know where, but you know, I just love music. I think I should have been an A&R or something. I could have been making stars or something. I could have been the Puff, you know what I'm saying? But it just I don't know. And I'll be like, it's trash. Like it's not trash. It's good. Yo, my cousin raps. I reviewed 2 of his albums. You gotta check it out. Taj Malik.
Okay.
But I'm hard on him. I'm even hard on him because he's my cousin.
Yeah.
So, and I be telling him like, no, go back in the lab. Nope, do something. Get that dude off. Do this, do that. He be like, yo, what the? Like he mad. Like I'm not his manager, but sometimes he listens to me. But it's like, yo, dude, I'm just trying to get you the best work, man. But he's doing good. He's actually doing good. He's taking a lot of criticism. He's doing better albums. His second album's better than his first.
Right. See, because it's like
Fly Summer. Y'all go check out Fly Summer by Taj Malik.
When I hear these albums, like artists are like dropping so much at the same time. It's like I listen to them and I go into the next album. So I don't be like, oh, like that thought is not entering my head. Like, oh, this is gonna be a classic. I just play them as like, if it's good, then it's good. I just leave it at that. I don't want to be like, well, this album's a classic now, and then 5 years from now you forget all about that album because then it's not a classic album.
See, I'm not gonna. That's the thing. I don't like. Every album that I probably said is like, I still listen to Royce 5'9".
Right.
I still listen to the album. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna talk about the ones for 2020 that I redeemed classics. I still listen to that one. I still listen to Still Got Cooks. I still listen to. I could probably name all the classics in my head because I keep listening to them every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, or you know, whenever I feel like it, or if I might just do the mix and have all the singles together and then just keep listening to all of them put together. You know, I do that sometime too.
Because our genre, we're like the only genre where that happens. Like in R&B, they don't just say people.
Yeah, country, they don't rate nobody. They just say it's a great album. Or if it's a bad album, they don't talk about it.
Right.
Rock and roll, all them other genres that's dominated by whites now, but we invented.
Mary J. Blige was the 4-on-1 with the Diana Ross album from 1981. Like they don't ever be like, oh well, this is not a classic because it came out. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like hip hop generation, the genre where it's like they compare the class. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I don't want to.
You said it earlier though. You said hip hop battles were competitive. So everything's competitive with hip hop. Right. That's what makes it hip hop, and that's what makes people drawn to it, and that's why everybody loves it. It's controversial, it's dramatic, it's heartfelt, it's all type of stuff. It's so many emotions. This is why people love hip hop. This is why people love black people. But I mean, but they don't want to be us though because we're oppressed. You know what I'm saying? But they still everything from black people. Come on, man, music. Come on, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't think we made country, but we did rock and roll first. We did hip hop first. We did, invented a lot of stuff first. You know what I'm saying? So, without us, man, America won't be America. They just don't want to give us the credit.
Brother Lynch.
Which one?
Brother Lynch. How you feel about him?
Brother Lynch?
Yeah.
Which one? That's the one of the Muslim guy. Which one's Brother Lynch?
I'm not yo. I know. I've heard of Brother Lynch. I'm not familiar with his music though.
Music.
He was out in the 90s. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think if I ever heard of him, I don't remember him, dude. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Was he down with who was he down with? Because back in the day, he was always down with somebody. King, King. Well, who was he down with, King? Put it on the comments.
Who's my favorite new school rapper? I don't know if I got one, yo. I got artists that I like I check for, like Flea Lord. I check for Rock Marcy, good anything from Griselda, Action Bronson.
But Rock Marcy's not new. Like, what do we consider new?
Right. But I mean,
5 years, 2 years, 1 year. What about?
He's not new.
1 year.
He started really bubbling during this time, though.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Because like Flea Lord, It's bubbling. Yeah,
Right.
now.
When he Moxburg and Reloaded, nobody was really talking about him back then.
True.
Like last couple like 2-3 years when he came out with the Chaos album with Muggs and the whole of Dark Horse and Rosebud, you know what I mean? Like those albums, you know, the generation really, you know, talk about him now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like the artist I really check for. Nems. I
So
love
when do
Nems.
you? Because now you got me curious. Because you know you talk about how I how I rate classics. Like what do you? So what do you wait for? A timeline? You wait 5 years, then you go back to it. Like what do you do? How do you say? How you know? What do you say is a classic? Do you even use the word?
Right, like for now?
For any album? Like so, do you go? Do you say okay? Say you listen to whatever what's the album right now 2020 that you listen to the most that already came out? Give me one album that you listen to a lot.
I listen to Fly God is an Awesome God too. I like that. I listen to that a
Okay,
lot.
so if you listen to that over and over, right?
Mm.
You consider that a classic, or you just think that's a good album? You just want to
Yeah,
listen to it.
I don't think I think it's a solid album. I like it a lot better. I'll tell you this, I like it a lot more than Pray for Paris. And I heard people say Pray for Paris is classic. Pray for Paris was good. I don't but I like for some reason I like Awesome God 2 more than
Yeah.
Paris.
No, that's what you like. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes your ears different, and that's what makes your opinion, more valuable. You know what I'm saying? And that's why that's why us having these conversations is great for the culture.
I like
You know what I'm saying?
the Boldy James album. I play that a lot.
The new one?
Yeah, with Griselda. I like that one a lot.
Versace?
Yes. Versace tape.
I think that album's terrible. Put me to sleep, dude.
Wow.
It's terrible.
You think that's bad?
I thought, listen, you know what I thought he did? I thought he did him bad on that. I thought what's his name? West Side Gun did him bad on that. He did him grimy on that album, dude.
How?
He gave him some beats from an artist. Like I know, like he probably promised Versace that he's gonna do a whole album with him or something. And then I think he gave Boldy James those beats or something. Like those beats wasn't beat, dude. I don't drink soda, but I was thinking about drinking soda to listen so I can stay up. Listen to that album, dude.
Wow.
Yo, I tried to listen to it the second time. I said, fuck this. I'm gonna listen to it one more time. Listen to it again. I was just like, I'm trying to find something. I'm like, yeah, about this track, this is the one I'm gonna like. But by the time I said that, it's like number 7, 8 track. Like the track, it was over. I was like,
so you prefer the Pusha T in China?
Yeah, it's more lyrical.
Okay.
It's more lyrical. I don't care what the beats sound like, but you got like the beat. I ain't gonna lie, the beats was kind of trash. But sometimes if you rap really good and the way you control the beat, sometimes you can have a trash beat and it be a dope song. I say that in some of my reviews. Like some people just know how to take that beat and just put it in a headlock. I always use that phrase. I like wrestling sometimes too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But some people take that beat. It's like that's what I said. You ever hear like like say 3 rappers on one track, same track, but one just outshines the person, but they don't even got the best verse. The way they did, it's the way they tackled the beat. You don't get the best verse. It might be Little Mama. It sound the best on one song, but it's Jay-Z on it. And you go, but that Little Mama part was dope. You singing the Little Mama part.
Right.
Like Drake or something. You might sing the Drake part, but
not it was, the best verse. I mean, yeah, Drake like Monte Cristo and Roxy Cotton and New Wave. I thought those joints were fire. I mean, I like the album. I don't. It's not his best because I've heard Boldy James on other projects that he sounded better, but I thought it was a dope album.
But see, that's why this conversation is good for hip hop because like we're supposed to clash from time. It's like a friendly beef, and you know what I'm saying, it's a good thing for hip hop. And then I can go. You know what? Maybe since Tri-Boro said it's dope, I'm gonna listen to it one more time, and maybe I find tracks I like. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I ain't gonna lie, I listened to it twice, and I was like, and I was like, I wanted something else to come out. I was ready to go back and listen to something else. I think I put Rant in after that. Like I was like, I know what I'm gonna get on this one. I'm gonna, so. But I ain't gonna lie, like and Boldy James. I don't know, man. I just think they didn't foul. Something's going on over there. You know, West Side Gun wants to be the star, even though he says he don't want to be the star.
He's supposed to be retiring though. He's retiring. He can't be the star and retiring.
Dude, he said he was retiring and he keeps putting out albums. When you talk, you got how many projects he got to cut coming out.
I know of like I think it's 3 more, right? He got the one with Madlib. He got Hitler Wears Hermes 8. That's Halloween.
That's coming out, and he got another Griselda album. He said he's gonna be on the Griselda album.
I thought he's had like a mixtape dropping with Drama on one of them.
And I think he's doing something. Yeah, so it's like he got like probably 3-4 things he coming out with this year. How's he? That's not retiring. What are you talking? This dude wants to be the star. Nothing against that, but if you saying you playing the backfield, you got the best rappers in the front. Let them rap, man. Especially Boldy James. I think he did him dirty with those beats. I just think he did. And Boldy James like, damn, I got to rap on this, and he's like, it's Griselda. I don't know. They paying him to rap on it. I don't know.
It's fast food album. That's how I look at it. Like, it's like you can't keep up with their stuff now. It's like one after the other. They dropping something every month.
Yeah, but I think Boldy James works like that too. But he just got trash beats.
Right.
He just didn't come up on that, and he just happened to be in that CrossFit. I think he just happened to be in that Promise. I think Westside said, "Yo, I owe you an album, Versace," and he didn't say his album. Maybe he just said, "Yo, I'm gonna give you one of my." I don't know. And Boldy James just happened to sign, and he was like, "Yo, here's these 9 tracks, motherfucker." You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "This," and he probably hyped him up, like, "This is the dude from Versace. Like, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be the biggest thing ever. It's never been done." And Boldy James said, "I got it. I'll do it." And then we got that. I mean, in each his own. You love it. I don't. So I mean, it's probably an album that's vice versa too. You know what I'm saying? That I love and you hate and whatever. So I'd be saying, like, I sometimes I hear you talk about, like, he like who? You know what I'm saying? I go, that's his opinion. I can't be like, what am I gonna do? Track? I don't
that. Man, listen, me and the homie Reg, we came from other podcasts where they were bashing our opinions because I might say, oh well, I don't like Redman's second album. I thought Redman's second album was whack. I like some of the songs on there.
What the album?
I don't think that's no classic.
No, it's not a classic.
You know what I mean?
Then when he started letting Every Sermon do the whole album again, then it was dope. Like when he started doing the cartoon ones, what's the ones with the Redman character on it?
That's the Name.
The Name, that was a classic. And then after that, it was like that one was dope too. Like,
and nobody talks about those. They always talk about Muddy Waters. Muddy Waters is not his only good album. He has his first album was great.
Doc's the Name. Muddy Waters was a classic. So like he got like 3 or 4 in the tank right now. He got 3 or 4 classics. He's one of my best lyricists. He's in my top 10. Redman's in my top 10. Redman always been a problem.
Oh yeah,
always been a problem.
You know. So it's like, I mean, people got their own. Everybody has different opinions. So I don't bash nobody.
That's what makes hip hop dope. It's fun for everybody.
It'd be once in a blue if like when I was in that group chat and the young cats is like, oh, Big Sean is the GOAT. I'm like, so Big Sean is the GOAT, but Common has no classics. So that's when I'm like, yo, I have to leave that group chat. I'm like,
yeah, you for that one, yeah, for that one, yeah, because like Big Sean don't got no classics.
Right.
I said earlier, he's a good rapper. He just don't. He hasn't found his. He just wants to. He's chasing that money and the women. He's not chasing like a good album yet. And hopefully he sits his ass down and does a good album one day.
And then it's like, yo, like I was on the front stoop and then dudes is in their feelings because I say 2 Chainz is whack. I don't like 2 Chainz. I ain't gotta agree with you.
Yeah, you can say what you want. That's what makes it a debate. Then y'all should have been making jokes with each other, not like beefing.
They in their feelings still. They still talking about that like from weeks ago. I'm like, come on, man.
They can't be. They gotta get out there. They gotta go to the
next time. We talking about 2 Chainz. We ain't even talking about Jay-Z or Nas. We talking about Drake and 2 Chainz. Come on.
Yeah. You talk about some lyricists. You know what I'm saying? Now, can 2 Chainz off one day surprise you with a tough verse? Yeah, of course. I think any rapper can give you a tough verse one day. Think about You God probably got a couple verses you can name. Capadonna got a couple verses you can name, but you can't say they the best lyricists in the world. You won't put them in that category. Capadonna's not on anybody's list probably. But
he'll be on my list. If you come to Kappa versus the mumble rappers, I got Kappa all day.
Oh, Kappa all day. Oh yeah, I love Kappa. But I'm just saying how hip hop perceives Capadonna.
Right.
They would say, oh, Capadonna got 1 hot verse or 2 hot verses on this and that, whatever, right? They might say on Ice Cream. They might say on another one. There's another one he did. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Or they say You God did it on this one, right?
Right.
But they're not gonna be like, You God's the best. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But they could. Everybody come out sometime and just spaz out on the track, and even Wu-Tang say sometimes they be like, what the hell?
Right.
Like You God did that, and they be smashed. Like, you know what I'm saying? They be surprised that their own boys come out and do something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got that one verse. Everybody got that one verse. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Any whack, probably MC Hammer had that one verse that you probably still quote. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. But
I don't remember anybody.
I don't remember either. But I'm making a joke. But I'm just saying, like he probably still got one in him though.
He probably do.
You have to get MC Hammer back on the mic, dog.
Oh God, with who?
But like, I'm just saying, like everybody got that one verse though, don't you think? At least.
Yeah,
definitely. They got it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, like, yo, man, I've heard it all. So I'm like.
So what about the Free Lord and real quick.
I'm definitely gonna check that out because everything he dropped this year has been fire. With the joint he did with Me Fox and the album with Pete Rock and the album with Buck Wild. Everything he dropping this year has been fire. So
I ain't gonna lie, man.
He's on the roll right now.
This dude's on a roll, like making great albums. Like I haven't had a chance to even sit with all the albums to say anything about classics because I can't even rate his albums because they come out so fast. I just be like, you know what, this is a dope album and put it aside. Wait for the next one. You know what I mean? I'm like that on him. So I know this one's gonna be dope because you gotta think about 38's beats,
right?
And his voice. It's, oh my God.
Yeah.
It just.
And he said he's dropping an album every month, so
that's the first one I'm listening to tonight. That's the first one I'm listening to tonight.
Definitely. Let me hear that first, and then I'm gonna I'll tackle Nas and Locks.
And I'm going to Nas. I'm being honest. I'm going to Flea Lord and 38.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go to Nas. And then I'm gonna go. Who else came out? Who else coming out? We just said.
The Locks, Nas.
Locks is next week.
That's next week?
Yeah, Locks is next week.
I thought that was tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Nah, Locks is next week. It's the 28th.
Okay.
Or something like that. Yeah, that's why they just did the single and the video. Right. Well, not the video. They just singled. I didn't do a video yet. No, they just single. But yeah, that's next week. Who else is coming out? Oh, Lecrae. What's the name? The gospel rapper Lecrae.
Oh, Lecrae. Yeah.
Lecrae's coming out.
Lecrae. I never heard his stuff for Lecrae.
Oh, you never heard of Lecrae?
Wow. I've always heard of him. I never checked out his music.
Man, he's pretty good.
He's good.
Yeah, they people label him the gospel rapper, but then so people don't go check for him. People are like, I ain't listen to that gospel. You know what I mean? Right. Bro, he's like a rapper, but he just don't. It's like I don't know if he swears. I don't even think he swears. I don't know. Maybe he does. But it's like the rapper I listened to. I reviewed D1.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, like he's basically considered a kind of gospel rapper, but he sounds like Lil Wayne pretty much. He sounds like a southern. He's from New Orleans. He sounds just like a New Orleans rapper, but he just don't curse. But his bars are dope. And Lecrae's dope.
Reg is doing a live reaction tomorrow for the Nas album. That's tomorrow night at midnight. So
tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night he's doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I said I ain't talking about no Nas on my shit. I already been there and done that. I'm talking. This is the most I ever talked about Nas because like we talked about Nas so many times. Like I'm already tired.
It gets old. It gets dry. Man, you can't change it up.
No, we're not doing no Nas discography. We've been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. We did that on another podcast.
Nas, like we was on Nas for a while here, and I was like, I gotta get off Nas. So I just kept other albums.
Me and Reg, we know we talked about Nas discography, Jay-Z discography on another podcast. We're not doing that no more.
Yeah, you gotta
get. I'm already burnt out on Nas and Jay-Z. So like, he having the live reaction. He gonna play the album live on the air tomorrow night on his channel. So if y'all want to check that out,
I'm gonna tune in. You know like I said, man, I'm on taking a couple of days off, man. I'm hurt, man. I'm like I got migraines and they go up and down. I feel it right now, my right temple, and it switches, man. I can't get no sleep. I've been sleeping well. I'm just stressed, man, from work. Right. So I'm about to get a therapist and everything, man. I need to get get my happiness back. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy, good. I'm happy like when I'm home and hanging out with friends and chilling, doing stuff like this and viewing hip hop. Right. I love it. I'm in my space. I let my daughter be talking, my mom be talking, like everybody, friends and family. But recently at work, it's just been stressful. So I've been trying to I actually I gotta take time off, and now I'm getting these migraines, and I'm just trying to take care of myself and my body, man.
Yeah, man. You gotta take care of yourself, especially now with this whole COVID and everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm always around those people, and I'm at work all the time. So I be thinking I have it every day sometimes when I'm at work. Because I be having it be people that don't follow the rules and regulations. They don't wear masks and stuff. They be trying to in your face. You be dodging like it's a game or something.
They do it in the street. There's still people walking around with no mask and shit.
The street, yeah, they do the same thing, and you're like, yo, you know, my neighbors, you know what I'm saying? All type of people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, man, you ain't gonna wear a mask, like, you know. I went on my boy's house masked up the other day. You know what I'm saying? We had a couple of beers, but we went on this porch. I had a chair over here. He had a chair over there.
Yeah. That's
in the middle, and we just, you know, we could take our masks off and drink and talk trash.
You know,
one
of my homeboys that came to the crib, and he had to drop something off, and he's like, he just left it on the steps. I'm like, yo, I ain't getting no pound from him. I'm like, that's weird. It's just weird now.
It feels weird, yeah. It's just weird.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You get around, you just gotta, you know, wash your hands afterwards, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's for sanitizer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I usually wear gloves, but when I'm like hanging out, you know, going to the store or something, I don't do the gloves. I just have the neck guard and I pull it up and down. The ones I designed, so I just pull them up and down. That just works good for me and stuff when I go in the stores and stuff. So.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm excited about tonight, man. I don't know if I'm gonna get a nap in and then get up again, and I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I'm you know, I already got the doctor.
Do you watch sports? You been watching the playoffs?
Yeah, I've been watching playoffs. I'm a Lakers fan, even though I'm from Boston.
Oh, you're a Lakers? What? You're a Lakers fan, but you rooting for the what?
No, listen, I grew up with my uncle. My uncles was like at the time, my uncles, when I was growing up, my uncles, they like it was the Laker game, basically. It was Magic with the Cooper with the socks up his knees. It was those state eras, and I used to chill my uncles a lot. And they pretty much raised me as the men part. And so I turned into a Laker fan. And then you gotta think about it. I turned into a Laker fan because of them. Basically, they and I just never turned back. I'm the person. I'm loyal. I'm like, I'm not gonna. It's my. Do I like the Celtics? I like the Celtics. They're cool, but I'm not gonna like if they go against my Lakers.
So you picking? So if your Celtics play the Lakers in the finals, you picking the Lakers?
I always did. I have beef with family, friends, Boston. I can't go to a Boston public pub, dog, with a Lakers game on. You crazy?
Well, you see what hat I'm rocking, so you know what team I'm on. I've always been my
So you like all New York teams, like even like the Giants?
Except for I've never been a Jets fan. I've always been a Giants fan. And when it comes to hockey, the Rangers I watch because the Rangers always play exciting hockey during the playoffs for some reason. But I'm not big on hockey. But I only watch the Rangers.
They in the playoffs.
I started off as a Mets fan back in the '80s, and then when the Yankees started winning, when we got Jeter and we got Bernie Williams and them, I started becoming a Yankee. But I was always watching the Yankees too. But the Yankees were losing in the '80s. People forget that it wasn't winning.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they wasn't always winning. Yeah,
the city was a Mets city until Derek Jeter came in and he took over the city. Then I became a Yankees fan as well. So I watch both the Mets and Yankees. But I'm a Yankees fan too. But I want to see the Mets do good again because they always have a hard time, with the front office and everything.
Yeah.
So I'll be rooting for the Mets more because I know the Yankees are going to be there at the end of the season. But the Mets need a championship in the city. But I'm on New York. I'm on the Nets. I watch the Nets, but they're not from here. They're from Jersey, and I saw them in Jersey before they got here. But I'm always been a diehard Knicks fan. I've been a Knicks fan all my life. So that's my team.
That's what's up. You ain't trade, but I always had.
Do that. I never jump ship. Like I know people that used to be Knicks fans and they jump ship, and once the Warriors win, they start rooting for the Warriors. I'm not doing that. Like Steph Curry.
I had a friend that was a bandwagon jumper. We used to call him bandwagon jumper.
Right.
I always listen to my teams, man. I do like. I listen for baseball, Red Sox all day.
Right.
B-hats. I love the Red Sox. You know what I'm saying? Right. Hockey, Bruins. I love the Bruins all day. I used to watch all the fight tapes. I just remember having a jacket. It was part of my life, part of my culture, wearing it. And then, like I told you, I like the Lakers. But I'm gonna give you another tidbit. I'm a Giants fan too.
You a Giants fan?
I'm a Giants. Giants was the first New England team before the Patriots. So everybody was a Giants fan before they was a Patriot fan.
Okay.
If you lived in New England, and if you lived in Boston, we were Giant fans before we were New England fans. New England was, it was a team afterwards.
Right. What about Buffalo? You're not a fan?
Yeah. So I never switched. I mean, it was another uncle thing.
You never checked for Buffalo?
I like Buffalo. I liked Buffalo for a while, but I mean, it wasn't like I was. I liked them like that. I grew up with the Giants. You know what I'm saying? But I did like the teams and the players, and I started liking some of the seasons when it was almost there and they never made it. I felt sorry for the Buffalo Bills, though. Y'all felt sorry for them dudes, man. Yeah. Thurman Thomas, all them dudes, they should have won, man. They never won, man.
Yeah.
Yep, Kelly. Right, yo, man.
I think this year though, I think Buffalo is gonna win that division. I don't think Patriots gonna win it.
Oh. Well, I mean, they don't got Brady no more, so
they got Brady, but see, Cam Newton can't stay healthy. That's the thing, man.
I heard they got him like for a deal.
He was practicing. They showed it on ESPN this morning. He was practicing with the team, but he can't stay healthy. And you ain't got Cam, man. I don't even know where their backup is, but I don't think they're gonna win that division. I think Buffalo is gonna come on to Buffalo, maybe the Jets, depending on what they do. I'm not, the Jets they always mess up. So, but I think Buffalo gonna take that division.
Only if here's my thing, because only reason I say like Cam could do well with the Patriots is because like of this COVID stuff, and he's kind of trapped in a bubble type of thing, and Belichick got him locked down probably as it is, and I think he respects Belichick so much. Like when bad players go to Belichick, they turn to Jesus all of a sudden. Now they Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, wasn't you just slapping your girl? Now he's friggin' Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's a saint. But Belichick always get them players in good shape, and he gets them like they're mentally ready too. And we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt. We'll see what happens. I'm not even a Pats fan, but I'm rooting for him because he's a black quarterback.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I give him love.
King said, what's your favorite album of all time?
My favorite album of all time? Period?
Yep.
I'm gonna Oh man, I'm gonna mess up the 94 thing.
No, you're not. You're not. Nah. That's your favorite album, but we still gotta get the votes from them.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. It's between Biggie and Nas, between Illmatic and Ready to Die.
Okay.
Those are my albums I can never put down.
My favorite album of all time is Michael Jackson Thriller. That's my favorite album of all time. I think it's just a great album. Like I think that's the album that you want to do to become a rock star. Is that album?
Yeah. I just more of like I have albums like that too. Like I can go into my Stevie bag or my Michael bag, but if I had to, like, if like they say you go on an island, you only could take one album or something stupid like that, I would take a hip hop album. But like if they say you can take one album for each genre,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Then like Stevie Wonder's getting in the equation, maybe like Anita Baker, Sade. Can't put Sade down. Certain artists like that. If I had to go R&B, it'd be like, like you said, Mary. Who else? Like, or Mary. Like, it's certain albums like this that stand out.
Right.
It could be anything. Gospel, it could be anything that stand out to me, and I'm like, yo, that's a classic. That's dope. Like I need to stop reviewing more other albums on Check for the Record because I do other albums on Check for the Record, but I've been doing more rap recently because a lot of rap's coming out. It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of rap.
Because everybody's like throwing albums out every week. It's like, what the hell? This came out? What? So you know what I'm saying. So it's like once in a while, like I reviewed Chloe and Holly.
Right.
It was dope, but it was like it got overflooded by all this hip hop.
All the hip hop, right? Brandy, I listened to Brandy's new album. I thought that was dope.
I listened to Brandy's new album.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good too. I was at her live session. She did a live thing on YouTube. I was tuned into that.
Yeah.
I was tuned into Brandy. I gotta listen to it again, but it was like I listened to it once. I said this is a good album. I gotta get back to it.
Right.
But that's why it's so much hip hop come out. I listened to hip hop before, and then if it's like a slow week, I throw Brandy on. Or I throw like whoever on. Like it could be a rock and roll dude. I throw him on, like somebody I was always checking for or something.
Right.
Yeah, I do. That's what I do like that. I try to do it like that.
Right.
Even if you listen to too much rap, I gotta dilute from it, so I go listen to something else. I listen to something completely different,
Right.
And you'll be like, Marquis, listen to who? What is that?
I never said that.
I
I started listening to other genres, but rap wasn't even a genre. So for me, it's totally different because I grew up on a lot of pop music.
We had Cyndi Lauper. We had all them people. Donna.
Culture Club and all that. Yeah.
Culture Club. So that's why we gotta. That's why I think that's why we're more drawn to hip hop too, because hip hop uses so much samples and so much this. It's stuff that we're reminded of, but we don't remember.
Exactly.
You go, yo, that track, and you just be like, yo, that track's dope. And you be like, I heard that before, but you still like, no, it's dope, whatever. You just
I've had people would hit me up on Instagram and they'll be like, I didn't know you was into Evanescence and you know, Paramore. I'm like, well, I didn't grow up on rap. I grew up on pop music and everything else. And then rap gradually it started becoming a genre later on. But back in 83, 84, it wasn't no genre.
Nope. Listen,
you know,
I just pulled up my thing real quick. I listened to Ozzy Osbourne, Tam Impala. I listened to stuff Janae Aneko,
yeah.
Khaled, DVSN. That's a group, DVSN. I listen to them. They're good.
That's one of Drake's artists.
Drake's artist. I listen to Trevor Daniel.
Yeah.
I listen to Tyler the Creator. He's on here. The Weeknd, Sam Smith.
Yeah.
Lauv, Lauv. Lauv is dope. Basil, Bazzi, Bazzi. They dope.
I heard that artist.
It's Ed everybody's on here, man.
I love Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran's on here. Little Duval's on here, man. Like I like him on my mix. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just weird stuff on here. I got her. She's on here.
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor. I like that her album. There's mad people on here that you go, who the hell is he listening to? King Marino, Gashi.
Yep.
You know, Snoop Dogg came out with that Snoop Dogg single, Nipsey Blue. That's dope.
I saw the video for that. That's dope. I like that.
Dope. So I got that on there. Like, dude, I got an open ear for a lot of music.
Joints like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. You can talk about that stuff too. Like, I don't mind. I'll talk about that stuff too.
Right.
And you know, we can do an album review on like whoever, like, you know, I'm down. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. That's a great tribute to Nipsey. I like the way they did the video.
Yeah, it's a great song. I think it's gonna live on. That song's gonna live. It's like one of them songs that's gonna play every year.
Yeah, that was dope.
On his birthday or on his
Snoop Dogg I want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Whoever did that, hopefully, you know, I don't know if he did the whole album, if he was the creator of the whole, you know, concept, but whoever was behind that beat and that concept and the singing and the way he did the rhymes,
right?
It was good.
I think it's an old song, but he's like singing over like the vocals.
Yeah, that's what it feel like to me anyway. And I was like, yo, but this is. So I was like, this is sonically dope too. Like everything about it, like it's like you said, it's an old track, probably something we already heard.
Right.
Like hell, Melvin and the Blue Notes. It could be something we heard before. It could be the Whispers. It could be somebody that I love. The Whispers, man. That's one of my groups. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Eric said he's still pissed. Oh, you still pissed that the Falcons lost the Super Bowl?
Oh my God, who's this? Eric?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Eric, get over it, buddy.
I don't know. I hear people say it was rigged. I don't know. Cause I'm like, that's
the Patriots won.
Yeah.
Was it rigged? I don't know, man. I'm not a Patriots fan because I still be thinking they cheat gate and all that. I be talking to my boys. They cheat gate. They cheat this. So I'm on the cheating side. I think they cheating too. I don't know. So I be doing a come on son face when anybody talk about the Patriots wins. I'm like, did they deserve those Super Bowls? Did they pay for them? What happened? Like something's going on. Did they cheat? Did they cheat their way to the Super Bowl?
Who knows?
You know, then you got a 50-50 chance to win.
If you were playing that in Madden, there's no way in hell you could blow that lead in Madden. A 40-point lead? You could never do that.
That's what I'm saying. That was crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy comeback ever.
You never blow a 40-point lead.
Dude, I'm telling you, maybe, dude, I don't know, man. If they just making Brady the Great White Hope, and then they, you know, that's why, and so now he's a legend. Now you can do whatever you want. Maybe they said, I do whatever you want now, man. We made you a legend. You was our guinea pig or whatever.
Right.
A goat. You know, we made you big, and he had to do the work too. But you know, they could have did some cheating stuff too. I don't know, man. I don't know the system, man. I ain't trying to like smash on his parade, but I get it. It's controversy about Brady.
I feel sorry for that division because now that Brady is with the Bucks, that division got 10 times harder. You got Drew Brees with the Saints. You got the Falcons.
Yeah.
I don't know about Carolina. I guess they're the odd team out, but that's going to be a tough division to win this year.
Yeah. Yeah. You do fantasy football?
Yes, I've been playing it since 2004.
Oh yeah, me too. Because I'm in the league right now.
I won the NFL one. I won like 3 times, but this.
I used to be banking though. When I was really playing it, I stopped playing it when the Kaepernick stuff happened. I was like, fuck NFL. I'm doing all that. And I wasn't playing the fantasy football league. My boy was mad, but I was like, yo, if I go back in there, I'm gonna win anyway because I was winning like crazy before. Now I'm back.
Yes, I got my team set because I always do it. Like as soon as they release the league is open, that's when I'll do my team and
yeah, though I'll be excited about it. I'll be acting like I'm the player and shit.
You know, it's kind of tricky this year, especially like I'm in baseball fantasy as well. It's kind of tricky because like a lot of the players are like leaving because of the COVID, so they're like disqualified from playing. So
I was gonna ask you how that's working. Now,
I'm like in 6th place right now in my baseball league, but I'm hoping like once they finish up like the end of September, like I'll be right there for playoffs.
Yeah.
But hopefully the NFL start on time. But I already got my team set. My team was set since like May, June. So
wow.
You know, I always go for my favorites. Like my favorites, like with the tight ends, it used to always be Antonio Gates. I think Gates is
Gates is nasty.
Gates is a man for the Chargers.
Tight ends, yeah, people sleep on the tight ends. I used to always get like Owens or who else was there? What's the dude from damn, why am I blanking out? Not the was it Bucks? No, it wasn't the Bucks. It was like damn, I can't. I'm thinking in a minute, but I know Owens. I used to always try to get.
Yeah.
And I remember like you
talking about dude that used to be the Texans, the white boy.
Yeah, the white boy. That's what I'm trying to think of. That's what
he faded out of the league a lot. Like after I think he or whatever.
That's what I'm thinking about, yo. That's
I'm like, I always made sure I got Gates for my tight end. Yeah, and I always made sure I had like either like Brady or Breeze, like or Phillip Rivers, because they throw for like a lot of yardage count in fantasy league. So
you had a strategy? Did you always pick a tight end first or a quarterback first? When
I would draft my team, I would pick my quarterbacks. I'm like, yo, I gotta get my running backs. I gotta get because running backs come a dime a dozen. So you gotta get like the top one. So I always go for like I went for like what I used to go for like back when Priest Holmes was playing with the Chiefs, like go with Priest Holmes.
Yep.
Like for the Damian Tomlinson.
Damian Tomlinson, nice.
And then like receivers, you can always get a great receiver, even if you don't get like
because the receivers there was a lot of receivers always. You
don't get like Larry Fitzgerald, or if you don't get Odell, there's always great receivers out there. So but I always made sure I got the running backs and I got my tight end, because tight ends, there's not too many great tight ends. If we don't have what's his name? We don't have Gronkowski or Travis Kelsey from the Chiefs. It's like you got to go for like somebody other than that, because they're like the top two. You know what I'm saying? And the quarterbacks, I always go for like Phillip Rivers or Drew Brees or Tom Brady or like Matt Ryan, like all the quarterbacks that throw for like a lot of yardage, because that counts in fantasy league. So I always go for those type of quarterbacks.
Yo, look out for they're saying look out for Kareem Hunt for Cleveland for a running back.
Definitely. As long as he don't like mess up off the field and he get in trouble again, he's a good player.
Let's see what happens, man. Like that's you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be are they gonna be in a bubble too? What's happening with the football thing? It's gonna be the same situation as the basketball joint?
It's gonna be the same thing. Yeah, I don't think they have
is it one place where they playing at? Do you know what
they're gonna be playing at their own like stadium, but it ain't
still gonna travel. So it's still gonna travel, right?
Yeah, they still got to travel.
Oh, because I'm thinking like,
right.
NBA is one place. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Florida.
NBA is the only. That's why it's working for them, because they're the only place that have that bubble. The Major League, they still got to travel to each other's stadiums or whatever. So,
oh man,
I know
they got.
That's why every day they just canceled a game today. They said like the Mets, somebody on the Mets got COVID. So I'm like, that's because they travel into each other's stadium or whatever.
Yeah, they got to chill that out. You got to limit the travel. You got to limit the the connection with people. You can't just flying everywhere. The airports be crowded again. Probably, I think people are crowded again in the airports.
Right, and they spread while they're flying. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But NFL,
there's no ventilation in the plane.
Huh?
Right, it's the same air for a plane, right? Cool. You have to wear your mask the whole time. I'm guessing, right?
For baseball,
because the ventilation it's just recycling the same air, isn't it?
They wear their mask in the dugout, but like on the field they don't though. They playing
no,
like
I know. I'm talking when they're on a plane. Like
I don't know.
When you're on a plane, isn't the air? You're not getting fresh air, are you? Yeah. It's recycled air, right?
I would hope they wearing their mask. I don't know how they doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't gonna trust planes for a minute either, dude.
Right.
I'm good with the planes right now, man. And I love to travel too. I love to go. I want to go international as soon as it's over.
Oh yeah. I like going to different countries and all that. That's something that we did when we were younger. Like my grandparents made sure we went all over, to
Yeah,
Canada or the Caribbean, wherever. So I like to travel.
yeah, me too. I ain't gonna lie, Doug. I'm on it. I'm on it, baby. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Anything else going on tonight? Like anybody like doing something tonight, or you don't know?
Podcast.
I don't think because a lot of people like try to do something around this time because everybody's coming out.
I know what. Well, it's a big sports day, like because they're having the NBA lottery, and I know like Guillermo and them were doing like something on MBK or whatever. But
Oh, okay.
as far as like tomorrow, like I said, like Reg is planning this big live reaction for the album because he never did that before, and he's doing it at midnight. So that's gonna be a big thing on his channel. I'm not doing it because I'm tired of talking about Nas. So I'm not doing that. I'll be on your channel, Reg. I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, let Reg get some shine.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I know how he feel. He's been venting a lot because like there's other like young kids getting shine with their podcasts and discovering old music, and I'm like, that's something we already know about, man. That's not
Yo,
nothing.
I know what you're talking about. I know those videos you're talking about, and I ain't
Mhm.
gonna say no names, but it's like these
Right,
young kids having reactions to old school music,
right,
period, and they
right.
get millions of views, and you're like,
Hmm.
"Ah,
Yeah,
we wrap up, we talk about
we've
this stuff
been
all
doing
the
that.
time. We got
We've
mad
been
you
doing that.
about this stuff, but we don't,
Yeah,
they don't get the props. Like
right.
you
So
know,
I get it. You know what I'm
they
saying?
just
It's
kind of
like
like they watch more of the YouTube than probably our age bracket or people that's gonna
right,
give us props. I think I'm
right.
guessing. I'm
Because
guessing.
I guess for some reason old school music when it's discussed about us is not cool. So they got to go to 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds or whatever. You know.
Well, maybe hopefully that drags them to our channels. Hopefully, like maybe
Right.
they do listen to the younger crowd and say, okay, if the younger crowd likes it, wait,
Right.
Triboro and Marquis talking about it.
Yeah, exactly. Ask me about old like Phil Collins. I grew up on Phil Collins and Genesis. Ask me about Culture Club and Hall and Oates. I grew up on all that shit.
Exactly. Oh man,
You
dude.
know?
And just the videos are doper back then. Remember the
Oh yeah,
videos?
definitely.
Oh
Definitely.
man, Lionel Richie climbing the wall, or like
Lionel
the
Richie.
Michael Jackson
Actually,
Thriller.
we talking about that. I think September we doing that. They're dancing on the ceiling. We supposed to be talking about that album.
Oh, yes, notice.
That
Oh, get
joint.
out, Lionel Richie.
Yeah. Where Reg is setting that up. We supposed to talk about that album. And that's an album that I grew up on. So
Y'all gotta remind me, let me
yeah.
so I can tune
Oh
in at
yeah,
least
you can come
in
through.
the comments or
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the one I'll be, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Types of albums like that, like Stevie
Right.
Wonder, stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Mac
Yeah.
classic albums, I believe,
Yeah,
man.
there's like a whole Motown month, like all of
Oh,
September is all Motown. That's what we doing, all Motown shit. So
oh, word? When y'all
yeah,
doing it soon this year or
that's
like,
gonna be the end. That's gonna be the beginning of September. It's gonna be all September's all Motown stuff we talking about.
oh,
So
that's gonna be nasty though.
everything, everything, all of Smokey Robinson, all the stuff on
oh,
Motown we'll be talking about.
Smokey Robinson's probably got one of the best voices in the world.
Yeah.
Smokey Rob,
Hmm.
and he's the best, and he's a good writer.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Smokey's a beast. He can still sing, and he's like
Yeah.
90 years old or something. I don't know this dude.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
college football, there's a petition going on now for them to start the season.
Oh, it
Because
is. So
yeah, because the season is
a public,
canceled, but
public
the
one.
quarter, huh?
It's public.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's only for the players. The quarterback, I forgot the quarter. He's a high draft pick too. The quarter is from one of the high quarterbacks from the school. He started a petition so that they can play, and he got
play.
like I think over 2,000 and something signatures. So
What you
yeah,
think about it?
uh,
Them
I
playing.
I think they shouldn't play because if you're a top quarterback or player in the draft, you got to think about your future. This is the time when you don't want to play. You want to rest up, work on your studies and all that, and be ready for the draft next year. You don't want to be
Yeah,
playing this year and then you get injured or you get COVID.
when you get COVID. Yep. That's
You know
all
what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying?
say. They taking a chance, man.
Yeah, I mean, even the professionals are taking a chance. Look how many like players left baseball just to go back home. You
Yeah,
know, so
and
like,
just like that. Remember that who left the bubble and went to the strip club? Like it's just stuff like that.
oh, that was Lou Williams, that idiot.
Yeah, so it's like, come
Yeah,
on, man. Like you risking the whole NBA because you want to see
right.
some booty
Yeah,
shit.
you want to get a lap dance, so you're gonna leave the bubble?
Hey, are you insane? Like,
I
what
don't
are you doing?
understand.
So that's what the baseball players are probably like. They're like either tired and they want to go home, see their wife and kids,
and
or
it's like, and if you're in college, it's not like they don't get paid. They're not getting paid to play. So why do you want to risk their health over playing a game? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't rush the kids back. I probably wouldn't sign that petition. I would let the kids decide if they wanted to risk their own lives and families' lives, because they got to go back to their family back and forth. But then, what if you going back to your family? I don't know if they're gonna let them. What if your little brother's running around going crazy? Now you and you bring it back to the, you know what I'm saying? To the
it ain't worth it. It's not. They're not getting paid for that. Like just chill for a couple years.
And they want to party, so they're younger, so they gotta
you gotta, if they want to live to chill with the Kardashians, because I'm sure they'll be available for them when they get to the draft.
Yeah,
you gotta wait just a year and then get your money and then you ready to play. Don't you're going to play a game that you're not even getting paid for what?
Yeah. You're right though. Like I wouldn't stress no college players, basketball, football, nobody to come back, man.
Right.
That's how I feel on that one, because I it's just like I can think about, because my daughter's in college. What if she was an athlete?
Exactly.
I'm not gonna no.
Right.
Like she gonna be behind all them girls. Like, you don't know where them girls been. I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm just saying it's not gonna. They still in college party mode. They in the party mode.
Right.
You see these college these
party in the COVID though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, adults running around like they all masked and they don't care.
Exactly. That's how they got it. That's how they were getting it. Like down in Florida when they were like raving for spring break. That's how all of them kids got it down there.
Thank you. Those are gonna be the same kids. Those probably some of them same kids that was at them college games or whatever, or in those, play them games and stuff. They probably the same kids. There's some athletes in that was at them parties.
Right. It's not gonna last forever. This is not gonna stay here forever. The Spanish flu wasn't here forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that
they can't keep it in their pants. They're running around like crazy. When I was young, I was running around like crazy. But if we didn't have nothing like this though.
Right.
Yeah, AIDS that scared us. We was like, we just got real protection. That's all we thought.
Right.
Like, put a condom on, we good. But
I get it that it's hard for the kids during this time because it's the summertime, it's nice weather, you want to go out and be able to chill, but it's like you're not thinking about death because you can die from this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We lost God from COVID, so
then you can carry it and kill somebody in your family with it,
right?
Without even knowing.
Y'all want to go out?
You
go on party and then you come home and then you give it to your mom or your dad and then they dead because of you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a serious shit out here.
That's what's happening too.
You know,
that's tough, man. That's why I said I was like, I stay distant, man. Like my job's the only one reason I gotta go near people. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they're disrespectful, but when I'm not working, I don't really do nothing, man.
Right.
I stay home, and my family's trying to have a cookout now. I'm like,
we can't even do that.
I'm like, I don't know, man.
I can't even do that.
Huh?
I said I would love to do that now in my backyard. I can't even do that.
I would love to do it too. And I'm telling my family in a group chat, I'm like, I'm not going.
Right.
First of all, I'm probably having these migraines. I don't want to get like I got a weaker state. I'm not eating right, and then I'm not sleeping right. So somebody does have COVID, I could probably get it quick because my body's immune system's weak right now.
Exactly.
So I'm like, no, I'm not going. I said, I love y'all, and I wish y'all well and whatever. Y'all can chill, but send me pictures and chill, whatever. I hope y'all safe, but nah, I can't hang around. Everybody's cooking and eating and sharing food, and this is my salad, and this is my. Nah.
Plan. I was like, yo, this summer we're gonna do podcast. I'm gonna be in my backyard chilling on the patio and with a drink. I can't even do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like I told you the other day, I'm with my boy. I went to his crib, but I was masked up, man. Gave him that real quick. We're masked up. We spread apart like we was roaches, man. We was one over here, one over here. It looked like we wasn't even chilling together, but we was talking and drinking, man.
Crazy,
like we used to, but we just, it still felt. Eventually, it felt the same because we're like still talking about the same shit, talking shit. But then I had the mask up again. You had the mask up, and I gave him that and left, man. Like it is. As soon as I left, I'm putting the sanitizer in my hands, and then when I got home, I washed my hands and like. Nothing against him. He ain't dirty. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? He's chilling. You want a home. Like, ain't nothing wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing, but it's precaution. You gotta be safe, man.
Yep.
I don't know who's around. You work for the MBTA.
Right.
He could be around millions of people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're right.
So,
right.
But you gotta do it, man.
Word, bro. think I'm gonna end this podcast though, man. We've been on for like 2 hours already.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
I
I
mean,
appreciate it.
I want to catch the game. I want to catch the Lakers in Portland. That's the
I
series.
gotta catch some ball. I gotta catch up on stuff too, though. Yo, but I really appreciate this, man. I think we got a good bond. We can keep doing this.
Definitely.
Whatever, man. Let pull me in, and if I could just be on the chat, I don't care, man. I just like to be talking.
I'm gonna definitely have you up here. There's other people I'm getting on here. You're not like there's others that want to get on. So I got Chop It Up Hip Hop. He's gonna come on here. I got a female like she was actually in the chat last night on Reggie's joint. She gonna come on here because she know her hip hop. She from the 80s.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so it's like a whole bunch of us that's gonna be on here. You know what I mean? But I want to get on here more because I'm like, yo, we gonna form this bond and some things.
Support each other, other's platforms and everything. That's why I said send this to me. I'm gonna put it on my platform. I'm advertising you on my platform. That's what I'm supposed to do.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
You're supposed to do that, man.
Definitely.
If you go big, that's what's up. Hopefully you go big. I promote me after that. Like I go big. If the girl goes big, promote
I ain't even thinking about that. I'm just
staying humble. I just want to just talk hip hop and be real and have good conversation.
Right. So and everybody that always here, Eric and Sam and King and Walker, all support. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in for real, man. Mad love, man. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? For real, mad love. We support.
Definitely. So yeah, like I said, like tomorrow, Reg is doing the album reaction at midnight. So I'll be on there and Sunday I'm actually gonna be on this blogger's this movie blogger. His name is Movie Files. He's a dope cat. I'm doing like a live Q&A with him at I think it's like Sunday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, remind me, man. I'll tune in.
I'll tell you all about it. Yeah, because I'm gonna be on there with him and like you can ask.
I'll mess with y'all on there or something.
Yeah. So just trying to do different things. That's all it's about.
All I got going on is, man, I'm just, eventually these new albums are coming out and hopefully they're good enough for me to do a blog, and then I'm gonna do the YouTube review, and hopefully y'all can check me on YouTube and check me on the blog and check me on Instagram and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man.
I mean,
Lil Williams eating chicken wings, and I heard. I'm like, I didn't understand why he did. You going to a strip club to eat chicken wings?
That's what he said he went for. He said he went there for the food.
Come on,
get out of here, son.
I've been to strip clubs. Nobody goes there for food, Joe, unless you talking about a woman.
No, sometimes it be good food, but it just come on, man. You're going to see something shake too, though.
I never ate nothing at a strip club. Never. You
going to get some chicken wings, or you going to see the chicken heads?
Exactly. Chickens and ass. That's what you're going for. Yeah,
chickens and ass. Yeah, that's what I didn't want to say that. Classy.
Bugging.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, appreciate this, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Salute to y'all, man.
All right, guys, man, we out, man. Peace out, man. Thanks for everybody for tuning in.
All right.
All right, try.
Peace.